Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Alrighty. Check 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. It's your boy Gimme Dad, and we are back in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds. Voila. Magic. What's going on, good people? It's your boy Gimme Dad. Good evening to you too, Ricardo. So you just popping one on the scene, crisp and clean, with no caffeine. Get you on the board. What's going on? Happy Monday to all my good people out there. Is this going to be a Nintendo Director week? I said that right. Nintendo Direct week. Cool Breezy in the building. For Sheezy, taking it easy. My brother, what's the good word from this past Sunday? What did you preach out of? I would love to know the scripture so I can go back and get my study on. Oxford Trapper in the building. Please forgive me. Listen, I had some banana pudding and it was delicious. But man, ever since then it's been messing with my throat. So I've been having to cough up a little phlegm, drink me a little water to kind of wash that down. So please bear with me. We'll see. Wonderful week. Have not been doing too much, man. Just kind of been, you know what? I've been reading this book called The Secret, and super good book, man. Super good book. The book is in a nutshell. Helps you focus in on positively thinking about things that you want in life and not allowing negative things to come into your atmosphere at all. No negative thoughts, negative people, negative situations. Super good book though. Super good. Highly recommend it. The hater has entered the chat. What's going on, my brother? We'll go through the chat in a hot sec. Trying to get some people in here. Let's go Gorilla 2. Got you on the board. All right. Let me go back up to the beginning of the chat and I'll work my way back down to Gorilla's type comment. First one was in the chat was Dub City. You can't see him. For some reason, man, I gotta figure out. I cannot roll all the way up. If I hold it a little hard enough, you can barely see him. But Dub City, man, was first in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Supersonic Saved by Grace comes in with the scripture of the day. Comes out of Psalms chapter 18, verse 30. It says, God's way is perfect. All the Lord's promises prove true. He is a shield for all who look to him for protection. Man, how many of us look to ourselves for protection instead of getting ourselves focusing on God? Wonderful scripture, man. Wonderful. Something to kind of keep yourself in reference of that, God is always perfect and his ways is always perfect. It might not seem perfect to us here on earth because, we look at it from our emotional standpoint, but God says, listen, if you just stick with the course, you'll find out that you will win on the other side. Thank you, man, for sharing that. I'm kind of guy that got in here early, sets the tone for the stream. Cool Breezy said, what's up to chat? He said, stopping, or did you mean stop? No, it's called stop. I think it's called the Stop Game Initiative. That's the initiative that's what I meant to say stop. And that we definitely need some support. And listen, if you have not signed up, I might try to find out and have it here on chat, but we all should be supporting. If you're a gamer, especially if you're a gamer that kind of like physical games and don't like the fact that they can just, all of a sudden just, get tired of supporting the game and they can just cut it off. If you support an initiative where we can have, having access to these games, you need to sign this petition. To me, for only to have 1.2 million signatures, to me is not enough. That thing should be 5-10 million, because enough of us game where we should be like really, really digging in deep. Like, hey, you know what? We need to be supporting this initiative and telling Congress that, hey, man, hold these companies, to the fire, so they can just can't just stop whenever they feel like it. They feel like they ain't making no money. They can just say, all right, I'm done with this game. What? Anthem wasn't the best game, but still was a game that you can in essence play in single player mode. That mode we should have access to that, no matter if the online version is there or not. And for EA to say, you know what, we're done, is to me an issue, especially after as the consumer we've paid money for it. So. Supersonic Saved by Grace says, it's good to see I'm not the only one trying to rig the wheel. It is good. It is good. It is out there. You know what? I hate to say it, but you know what? People get this scripture wrong. People say that that money is the root to all evil, and it's not. That's not the scripture. The scripture says the love of money. When you love it so much that you're willing to be, deceitful, you got a problem. You know what? That's why I don't care either way. It's like, you know what, man. Really, at the end of the day, you know what? If people are rigging it for a positive game, you know what? And beyond the rules, then you know what? We reap what we sow. Bring it back to the scripture, man. But it is what it is. I think if y'all coming out anyway, don't forget, man, hit that like button for your boy. My man Dion in the building. What's going on, sir? How you doing this wonderful evening? New Cap 7 in the building. What's going on? Tormentor 20. Moet 4529. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gaming Dad says, hey, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, and I think the majority of people that come through are subscribers, man, you gotta subscribe to the channel, man. We're a dope community. Ricardo says, good evening. Oxford Chapter says, happy Monday. Yes, sir. Now we made it to the haters' comment. He said, I can't even get excited about anything Nintendo. God almighty. I'm going to read it again. I can't even get excited about anything Nintendo shows. Nothing at a minimum is going to cost me $113 after taxes. Listen, you have a valid point, my sir. Nintendo, I don't know what to say. They're gonna have to figure this thing out because they're not gonna make any money. I mean, yeah, it's the hot thing right now, but eventually this thing will cool off. And finances on everything else that you know the middle class and everybody else who typically buy and consumes these games, they're gonna be struggling to pay other things. And you know what? A new Nintendo console is going to be put on the shelf somewhere. It's going to be an afterthought. So they're going to have to get this thing, you know, to a place where you know what it's feasible for people can afford. And I was not expecting them to raise prices in Canada like that. But I kind of asked myself, I'm trying to wonder why Canada, why not the U.S. I just thought that logically the U.S. was coming. You know, we were going to be the first one that had those prices raised. But yeah, after seeing those price hikes in Canada, I said, man, what? I guess they just don't listen. I guess y'all government just don't want y'all to game. CMG in the building. What's going on, sir? Matter of fact, let me put you up here somewhere. All right, gotcha. Oh, you on the board? All right. Let's see. So what's up, gaming dad? What's up to the chat? Quake 311's in the building. He says, in KC with family for the reunion. Oh, that's dope. You in Kansas City for a family reunion. As a Bills fan, it makes my skin crawl. Shout out to Quake 311 and his crawly skin. Yeah, over Casey. Yeah, we don't like Casey over here either. What's going on, Devin? How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat, my brother. We'll get you on the board. All right, Devin's on the board. He says, it's a European thing, so it's not like many of us can support it. Yeah. Whew, man, listen, I saw that list on shout out to Steve M, man, for posting. He be posting a lot of stuff on our Discord channel, man. But I saw that list. I was like, yeah, almighty. Said GT, how many games are on your radar? How many on the buy list? Whew, man, that's a tough question to ask right now. But I'm gonna answer that question too. I think for this month, I'm not getting WWE 2K. Just I don't listen. I don't want to even clog up my space on my hard drive. I'm not gonna play it that much. But I am getting Donkey Kong. I am getting Donkey Kong. I get Ninja Gaiden at the end of the month, and I got Shadow Labyrinth, whatever that game is, the Pac-Man game. That's some. Those are my games. 17th, 18th, and then the month. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. So right now there isn't a single game I really want to buy. There are games which I would like to be made, like a new Fire Emblem. However, there is nothing I'm overly excited about. You know what? A, a lot of my friends. Well, I'm gonna say on to the back. I have friends who do play Nintendo games. It's just not a lot of them. So my friends who do play Nintendo games echoes this kind of same sentiment where they're like, man, you know what? And this is one of the reasons why Nintendo needs a direct sooner than later because they're like, you know, oh, you know what? There's really nothing else to buy. You know what? Listen, once they get through Cyberpunk, and you know what, they only so many times you can play Street Fighter, and they like Mario Kart World. But after that, after those three, it's like it's to a point like, well, I might just pick up Yukusa, whatever that name game is. But but that's it right now, man. It's kind of a tough pickle right now. But that's why I think like, hey, a direct like Wednesday or Thursday should be like perfect. I hope we wake up tomorrow and like Nintendo announces, hey, you know what? We have a Nintendo Direct on Wednesday, blah 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 blah. You know what? And we are, and they show some stuff that should be on the radar that we should be like, all right, Nintendo about to do their thing. He said 80 to pirate. All the Sonic Knuckle tail. Let me get you on the board. All right, matey. That listen. If you can find this should be your thumbnail, Guerrilla Tactics. Find you a picture of your boy Drake in a pirate's hat with a pirate eye. That would be so good. Sonic Knuckles Tails is on the board. Bazard in the building. I just saw you pop the Bazard 24/7 TV. All right, hold on, get Bazard 2 on the board. All right. Hold on. Did I miss Steve's comment? Oh yeah, I did. He said, Steve says, the $1 million man Ted DiBiase. Said Ted DiBiase. I remember. Listen, I'm going back old school. Ted DiBiase was the $1 million man. Ted DiBiase was a bad guy and had villains like the Undertaker on his payroll. Ted DiBiase, that was my guy. The $1 million man. Says nope, nothing to buy, nothing to pirate. I'm just going through a backlog of games. Yeah, you know what? Listen, I'm still working through Metroid, loving the experience on the Switch 2. Probably loving it. I mean, it ran good on the Switch 1. But I mean, I'm just enjoying. I didn't play that much on the Switch 1, but I'm enjoying it really on the Switch 2. So that's what I've been playing. That and so of course still playing Mario Kart. Hey, listen, matter of fact, let me know right now. This Wednesday, at 5 p.m. this Wednesday, unless it's a direct. But if it's not a direct on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 5 p.m., we're gonna do some Mario Kart with the subscribers. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday. Come on out and hang out with us. All right, and I'll post that um, in the Discord chat. So if you forget, let's see. Steve M says Nintendo and gaming consoles in general might be as expensive as in a niche hobby as a TurboGrafx 16 was back in the day. You know what, man? I never owned a TurboGrafx 16 hardware system, but I had the TurboGrafx 16 handheld that had the TV adapter, so you can put the TV adapter in the back and cartridge spot and watch local channels. That was dope. Super dope, man. Super dope. That was my matter of fact. I traded so many games and toys for that, but my boy got one for Christmas. He didn't like it, and I had at that time when TurboGrafx 16 came out, I had a ton of Nintendo games, so I traded a ton of Nintendo games, and he was still playing with Transformers, so I traded him a bunch of Transformers for it. It was not worth it, but still, I had that bad boy, and I had the TV adapter, super dope. Steve M went back there with that TurboGrafx 16. You can get Steve on the board. All right, get Steve's on the board. Is CMG says Switch 2 price hike in Canada. Lord have mercy. That sucks for real. I feel you guys up there. Steve M says people must just shift even people may just shift blah, 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 blah. People may just shift even further to PC and mobile games. I don't know how people could. You know what? Listen, mobile games have not excited me only because there's too many distractions. That's the reason why I can't focus on mobile. But man, you right, man. You know what? It makes that's why it makes kind of owning the Steam Deck just like just that much more. Like I get why people in Canada is like, man, forget this, man. We're gonna just stick with PC. It don't make no sense to go anywhere else. GT says, nah, CMG. The base price for Nintendo games are just 100 Canadian. To put it into terms for US people, imagine every Nintendo game costing Mario Kart World prices. Listen, just imagine that, and then imagine the game that you bought that you thought was gonna be like super good because you expecting so much out of it for it to be $80 for that bad boy to suck. To me, listen, Canada should have some form of return policy. They should have listen. Hey, if this game don't give you what you want in the first 24 hours of gameplay, man, I should better take that bad boy back. The Yankees finally broke that 6-game losing streak against those darn crosstown Mets. We was not getting swept by no Mets. With those prizes, they better have a lot of high-paying jobs. Listen, whew. Supersonic says the only game I want to buy is Pokemon Legends DA. I ain't gonna lie, they got some games I want to pick up for sure. Definitely got there's some games this year that I'm definitely gonna pick up. Because Metro Prime is gonna come around as bad boy, and that got to get bought. Doug Bowser said, "If you're poor, then you can buy a Switch One." Then on Canada Day, he said, "If you're poor, sucks to be you." Hold that price hike on a decade-old Switch. Yeah. Yeah, man. Listen. Listen. You can't defend that. I don't care what alliance you hold. You just can't defend that. Let's see. Hold on one second. All right. I need to get a poll question up. Let's see. Supersonic Saber, I guess, says need to rig the wheel to fund it. Yeah. Steve M says, I'm getting the new Donkey Kong, and the actress that voices Paulina will be at Southeast Games Exchange the weekend after next to do autographs. God damn. Sonic Tell says next direct equals September. Nah, can't. I'm gonna tell you why that's false. Because after Donkey Kong, there's no Nintendo nothing. You have hold on, you have what's that basketball game? On Dragon Drive. Then that's it. And you know what? Dragon Drive is not gonna hold people's attention for that long. There's gonna be a direct this month. There'll be a direct in September. Because the September direct always sets up what's coming 2026. CMG says I felt that Switch 2 Pro controller. It's much lighter than the first one. It is. I like it as well. I will tell you this. I don't have it in here. Here it is. I'm listening. I'm having some issues getting this bad boy connected. But when I do, I believe this is the better controller, man. Over the Switch 2 controller. I'm gonna say this is the better controller because it has the buttons in the back just like the Switch 1 controller. Like almost like they knew that this was coming. But man, this right here feels a ton better in hand. It's not slippery, it's nice and grip, got nice textures on the back, which the Switch 2 does not. I don't know why they took the texture away in the back. But the 8-bit, no, I think that's a better controller. I'm having an issue getting it connected to my Switch, though. He said Shelley Blonde, the actress that played Laura Croft, will be there too. Oh, man. Well, she was fine. Don't tell my wife that. Steve says, I think we get Nintendo game key cards third-party showcase this month. Yeah, I think they have to do something. I don't think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a full direct, man. They have too many other questions that has to be answered before September, unless these games they already showed us are coming out later in the year. Hey, Candy, just like candy, it takes over me. I'm just gonna put you down. I'm just gonna put camping old school candy on the board. So I haven't seen D1 in a long. It's been a minute, man. Shout out to D1, man. Listen, I got his I don't know, you can't see it, but back on my board, probably right, let's say right around this area here. You can't see it because I got some hats covering it, but we're covering the area where is it. But on the back wall, it's got this letter D1 sent me. Shout out to D1 in the building. Supersonic Saved by Greg says, so I've heard a few questionable things with Switch 2. I don't know what it is or is it true, but is the Switch 2 really as good as it was hyped up to be? That's a great question. Let's put that one. That's the poll question of the night. Let me get it in there. Start a poll. Yep. Is the Switch 2 as Switch 2 as good as it was hyped up to be? Great question. That will be the poll. Absolutely. And then absolutely not. All right, that's the poll question of the night. Get ready to start. Get your vote over on YouTube. And it's live. Get your vote on over on YouTube. Get your Jack Black 12. Okay, let me answer this question first. In my opinion, me, who without Stood out there, got a Switch. I'm liking it. I'm disappointed in the battery. Matter of fact, I'm working on a video and getting ready to work on. I got about I got a I got more negatives than positives so far. But I'm still saying like, hey, I'm still pleasantly pleased with the system. Do I think it's this next generational leap? Hmm. In a lot of ways, yes. In some ways, no. Um, and I think sometimes people have this expectation that this thing was going to be better than a PS5. To me, to even be kind of more on par with a PS5, to me for a Nintendo console is great. For a handheld console is great. Um, what makes Nintendo so superior over these handheld PCs from a consumer standpoint is that it's ease of use. Is that, hey, I cut on the system, it works. I don't got to set up nothing. I don't want to go through the. I don't have to boot window and wait for that to load up. I don't got to do none of that stuff. If I got the game, if I have it, I have it. Not yeah, true enough. It's a lot of things wrong with the system that I'm hoping in a pro version they solve. But in my opinion, I am very pleased with what I have. Is it and to answer the question, is it as hyped? Hmm, that's hard to say. I'm gonna say I won't say absolutely. I should have put a third one in there, say maybe, but I'm pleased with it. It's not as hyped as I probably would. I thought that they was gonna blow. I thought that they was gonna be it was gonna launch and we were gonna have Doom day one. I was like, Doom is coming day one. Let's go. And a lot of those games have not shown up. And maybe said in due times that'll turn around. But it's not there yet. Street Fighter Six, Chef's Kiss, beautiful, runs beautiful on the system. Um, Cyberpunk runs great on the system, but I'm still playing a lot of Switch One games. Mario Kart World is absolutely super good, super fun. Haven't had that much fun. It's more of an intense fun with Mario Kart. It's intense. It's like, oh man, like you don't want to be the guy who don't make it to that and knock out. You don't want to be that guy who don't make it to at first 16. I'm not letting alone 20, but you don't want to be the guy that don't make it. You want to make it at least past 16. You don't want to be that guy. So it gets intense. It's fun. It's super fun. But besides that, currently right now, it is probably the best Switch Pro we could ever have. Ooh, that takes a lot to say that. If you are still playing Switch One titles, then it is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal if you still play Switch One titles. But as in for new experiences, it's like this strictly catered for Switch Two. I'm still waiting for it. It's not quite there yet. That's it. Pros and cons. Okay, good. So yeah. I think my biggest con for the system is going to be battery life. What's going on, Breaking Bad? Let me get you on the board. Um, I spoke about this in a couple of videos I have posted. Um, that I don't like in handheld mode. The L and R buttons are a little long, so it causes me issues. Now, but when I put a grip on that bad boy, then it solves it. But I don't want to have to say I have to be conscious of that when I'm playing, so it forces me to adjust. Small, but you know, I as much as I think we all want an OLED screen. I think that's an issue. I think having whenever that Pro comes out as an OLED, it's gonna be that deal. $80 games is an issue. You can't get around that. Anytime I think at this stage in the game, Mario Kart World could have very well been $70 and been just fine. I think Nintendo is really showing the greedy hand of their empire this generation. It's almost like, they say, okay, you didn't buy my system when we had the Wii U out there. We're gonna get you. Even though we didn't spend all this money on the Switch, they say, we remember the Wii U, so we're gonna charge you a little bit extra. So I feel like Nintendo is being a tad bit greedy. I'm gonna say it just like it is this generation around. So anybody got any issues they got with the system? Um, I hate that Terra's played an issue. I think the system could have been a little bit cheaper. Um, $80, yeah, that was, in retrospect, even though it's a good game, I am not gonna front. If if you gotta switch to, you gotta pay $80. It's one of those games. But besides that, I don't know. Let me get to some of these comments. Jack Black says, "Hey, Gaming Dad, are you buying Donkey Kong Bonanza?" Absolutely. Pre-ordered it already at Best Buy. Uh, let's see. The hater Gorilla Tactic says something. That's why I'm on Steam. 2-hour game, 2-hour playtime, or 2 weeks return policy. Whatever comes first. Listen, and that's what it and is as a gamer is the reason why I support Steam. And you know what? I'm so glad. Listen, I shout out to Gorilla Tactics for putting. Listen, I can never say that. I made my decision. No, I was convinced to say, "Hey, man, you need to try this." And it's probably one of the best decisions I've made in my gaming experience in the last couple of years, besides Switch. You know what? I just think like Steam has so much out there, and it gives this widen your perspective on what you can play. You know what? Steam introduced me to games that you would never think of, never come across your radar. If you just wanted just a flat out unique experience, you say, "Man, let me go on Steam and see what's out there," and you'd be surprised what you run into. He said that Canadian list. This is oh yeah, saying hi to Candy. This is my issue with Nintendo is that they made everything from consoles to games cheaper in Japan due to the value of the yen being low. Then they raised the price in Canada due to the dollar being low. Yeah. I mean, listen. Yeah, listen. I think none of us can sit back and say, well, see him. I mean, Gorilla Tactics was wrong. No, he's spot on, man. This is is jacked up. It's one of the things like, oh Lord, I think I don't live in Canada, but you know what? If something don't change, it could be coming our way. Seems racist to me. I don't know about racist, but it definitely ain't right. I tell you that much for sure. Listen, I'm not pro to anybody, but yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. Look, maybe I don't understand the back ends of it, but I don't understand that. Because to me, it's like so why Canada? Why not the U.S.? That's my thing. Why just Canada? Why not the U.S.? I'm not asking for these price hikes by all means, but to me, it should have been both countries. Baz 24 cents said Nintendo not helping themselves. Look at coming soon on Switch, and 90% of them is shovelware. Yeah, listen, it is terrible, man. It is no way, man. Listen, that's me like you have to really like. I feel sorry for those who don't pay attention to like different websites or channels like mine or channels like Spawnway, who don't pay attention to those who don't do their research. That's why kids nowadays they're like, man, I don't know what to buy. I stick with Fortnite and Call of Duty and Madden. CMG says I used it at Best Buy. Used it at Best Buy. Suicide is Saved by Grace says, if they make a direct at this point, wouldn't September be too early for the next end? No, not really, because you think about it. Typically, you know what they always have a June direct, even though it's like the beginning of January, beginning of July. It's like a month later, so you know what, that direct might not be September. It might get pushed to October, but they're gonna have another one. Too many big games are coming up in September, October. I mean that's September. Yeah, September, October, and possibly November. So you know they gotta have some eyes on that. Let's see. Switch 2 Pro controller triggers are horrible for me. They have no travel distance. Yeah, they like almost like buttons. Yeah, I'm telling you, listen, this controller right here, I'm coming right back with. Listen, great triggers, man. Good travel distance, man. Boom, 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 boom. No, no, listen, I put it the wrong controller. No, that's PlayStation. But this one here too, though. Good travel distance. 8-bit dough, man. Got a dope charging stand. Dope. Let's see. What's going on, Rock Proc in the building? Let's see. Switch 2 is a Switch Pro. It's not overly great, but it is a fair upgrade. The issue comes when all of the horrid policies and paywalls the console has. Yeah, you know what? For for average consumers, it's not gonna bother you. It just bothers you knowing like it's like in the Matrix, like when you know the truth. like man, listen, I'm so glad that I think over in Australia, man, they're suing Nintendo. And so rightfully so, because hey man, these policies over shutting your system down, I'm not a fan of that. I can't support Nintendo on that aspect. I think like, hell man, you just overreaching, man. And if I buy the system, hey, I got a right to do whatever I should have a right to do whatever I want with it. As long as I'm not trying to hack into your system or I'm not trying to do nothing, you know what? Now, if you want to stop me because you found out that I stole some of your property, okay, you got a right to. That I agree with. Like, hey, buddy, I don't like you can play all you want to on there, but you know what? I'm not letting you online. I can understand that, but to brick their console, I can't roll with that one. It could be a great system if Nintendo didn't seemingly ask me for money every time I power the thing. Sonic Knuckle Tail says, why would they ask for money every time you turn it on? Listen, yeah, I'm gonna let him explain that one. Steve M says the screen is a step back from the OLED. Absolutely. Then there's the game key card. I forgot about that too. Yes. I also want better battery life. Other than that, it is what I expected. Yeah, I mean, to be on the game front, I wasn't. I guess you know what. When it comes to like, I'm looking forward to more games that's of caliber and quality of Cyberpunk, and really see how those things run. Like I'm like to me, August 14th just can't get here fast enough. You know, because August 14th, if Madden runs good on the thing, buddy, it is going to be super good time for me. Because I'm telling you, that is one of the things that I bought a Steam Deck for was for Madden. I know I'm beating a dead horse. Jay Biggs, I saw you just popped in the chat, man. Let me get you on the board. Mr. NYC for life. Cool Breeze. I get you again. You in here too. Okay. Cool Breeze was on Twitch earlier. So I'm gonna put him again in the chat. I got you, Cool Breezy. This is push the C button and find out. Seriously though, it's a constant struggle. Games take up a lot of storage. Yeah, listen, this is another one of my issues. Making the internet storage boost pointless. Chat is locked behind a paywall. Online pay is a paywall. Demos are paid. Yeah, you know what? I noticed that. Listen, so is that true? Like I couldn't find, before they had a section for demos. And I was like, man, I can't find no demos, man. But I don't want to pay for no. If I gotta pay for demos, or they can have it. They can have it. I still playing demos on my Steam Deck, but I can't find. I can't listen. Somebody else help me out. Demos on the Switch 2, are they available? Because I was looking for the demo for Tony Hawk. I wanted to play that for a minute and kind of get an idea, see how that played on the Switch 2, and but couldn't find a demo. Please listen to my demo. So this is another device that I had. Another device that I make an idle class addiction. Well, don't do that. Nothing should be an idol or addiction. You should be like, you know what? This is what it is. It is a game, and we move on. Just posting it to see if the avatar changed. Oh, did you do it? Listen, you should gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. So you can ban a user above. Yeah, I can. Just don't feel like going back into my Twitch to do it. Let's see. Basil says, to be honest, never thought I'll say this. With Nintendo prices on games and consoles being high, thinking of getting a Lenovo Go S Steam version instead. Yikes. Even though, listen, okay, even though you know what, this is my issue with PC gaming. It's like, if anything, I'm gonna wait for the whatever this next Steam Deck comes out to be, because I just don't want to give them so much money and be like, you know what, and in 2 years there's a new one, like Legion Go, like my fact, not the Legion Go, but the what's the other one? The Rogue Alley was the last of the big three to come out, and then they're the first ones with a new system coming. It's like, oh man, like the Steam Deck, you know what? They came out with an OLED version, which was super dope, but that's just a brand new system. Listen, I got to look up. My wife sent me. Listen, hold on, good people. Listen, I gotta pay attention when my wife. She don't usually text me nothing. Listen, my, my wife is trying to get her a new car. Listen, let me turn back to the camera. Oh, boy, oh boy. It says, to be honest, Really Tactic says, I think it's because Canada only accounts for 10% of their sales from North America. Thus, they'll lose us all as customers. They'll still have 90% of their sales in the U.S. Mexico. That's crazy. Steve M says, I won't be surprised. Said the U.S. gets Nintendo's prices increases too. They're probably waiting to see what happens, then figure out a new price. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If they just increase the prices of the regular Switches over there, I think that's just a bad move. Especially before the holiday season, because they need a cheaper model to keep selling. Like the Switch is still selling in Japan. Like the original Switch is still selling like $5,000 every week, which is pretty good for a console. When you get a new console that's out. Steve M is back in the building. That's Steve M with Cool Breezy, taking it easy. Jay Biggs is in the building. Son of Nuckatel says, how do you keep Switch 1 alive? I'm not interested in a Switch 2, so where are the good Switch 1 new games coming soon? I don't know. Hopefully this direct that's coming up is going to show you that. But all I know for sure the Switch 1 coming is like, you got Pokemon, you got Metro Prime 4, and that's all I know. Let's see. Jay Big says September will be perfect time to showcase end of the year and early next year games. Yeah, but that's typically what they usually do. That's typically Nintendo usually do. Jay Biggs. They usually give you a June, July direct. They come right back at you again in September, and September kind of sets up the rest of the year, but the beginning of your next year. And then they usually it's like January, February to have another direct. So especially with a new console. That's why I'm like, there's no way they wait until September. If they did, I think it's a bad move. Yeah, they'll still sell systems, but you know what, it'll slow up tremendously. JB says, I plan on getting my Switch 2 Pro controller this week. It is nice though. I'm not going to even sit here and say, oh no, the Switch Pro controller is really, really, really nice. I just think like I just think this 8-bit dough is a tad bit better, only because of the textures on the back. Travel distance on the travel distance on the Pro controller is really small, but you get some good travel distance on the controller here. I just think this is a better way to go. Let me get this out the way. I wonder what is that thing in? It's flat out right there in the main. But it's still a good controller. It's still, I still like it. I think the controller and the buttons are still a little too close together. It causes me issues sometimes, but you just got to adjust as a gamer. So. Jay Big says it is Brazil that is suing Nintendo, and it's not over breaking systems. It's because they don't know they don't have legal representation in that country. Oh, okay. Well, that's good information to know. I'm going to check that out, Jay Biggs. Appreciate you. So High says, I need advice, man. Uh-oh. What's the advice? Let me get you on the board. I'm not going to even ask why your name is So High. Let's see. Jay Big says, for me, Switch 2 is almost perfect. I just wish there was more onboard storage and quick resume like Xbox Series X. Man, listen. That quick resume, man, is so key. It's almost, it ain't bad though. Like, you can stop a game and get right back into it pretty quick on the Switch, but it ain't that Xbox quick. Dookie 23 in the building. What's going on, man? Been a minute. Don't forget, good people, man. Y'all come into the chat, man. Hit the like button for your boy. All right, all right. Listen, we got through all the comments. That's great. Let's jump right over and let's get into some news. Hold my, I know last week, man, my connection to my iPad was tripping. It kept kicking me out. So let's see if I'm having those issues today. See, on some bull. Wow. Listen? I don't want this. Man, I tell you, I don't know why it clicks in and then all of a sudden, then it becomes an issue. Nope. Yep. Hold on, good people. I gotta figure it out. It was working just fine earlier. I don't know. Come on, come on, come on. Listen, you right there. There it is. All right. Listen, I don't listen. I thought about change. I think I need to change this cord out. But for some reason, it keeps just popping out. So we hope that it take care of business. Don't pop out on me. All right. Stop Killing Games petition tops 1.2 million signatures as publishers voice opposition. Okay, so these listen to me like okay, I can't even ride with some of these publishers, man. You can't tell me, man, games didn't have these issues. You can't tell me that hey, um you can't figure out a way for these games to be preserved. Not true enough, the online functions of them being able to play and use server. You see that? It's the cord. Why are you playing? Why you wanna play your hate on me? Why you wanna? He said my dog tipped. He said my dog tripped me in front of. Said my dog tripped me in front of the Find My Next Door, and she laughed, and some of my neighbors saw too, and they laughed as well. Should I just up the switch, Unc? What? I'm not getting the comments. I'm gonna try to read it again. My dog tripped me in front of the Find My Next Door, and she laughed, and some of my neighbors laughed too, and they laughed as well. Should I just up the switch, Unc? I'm sorry, man. I don't know what you said. I'm so sorry. I, I'm trying. I'm trying. J Big says, I just want to be able to get back to at least two games like Xbox. Yeah. Quick fast without having to like, get out of one and then close that one out and get to another one. Yeah, I feel you. That is a dope feature that they kind of really get pushed to the side. And to me, if I was Xbox, I really should be advertising that more. Stop Killing Games is a movement based out of Europe. Looks to challenge the legality of publishers destroying video games they have sold to consumers. The group claims that the publishers are designing games in a manner that leaves them unplayable as soon as the company decides it's no longer wants to support it. Okay, yeah, listen, legit because of the fact that I mean, I look at Anthem. Do I own Anthem? I do own Anthem. Don't worry, I didn't pay full price for Anthem. I caught it for $5. But still, I own the game, and it has a single player component to the game. But if they shut down the servers, then you know what? I can't have access to it. So that means it turns the game into a paperweight. I mean, I don't want that. And this right here wouldn't and it shouldn't have it would force more companies to think about what they should do and how they should handle things in the beginning when they're programming these games. The hater gets it. Okay. All right, listen. Or listen. He says his dog tripped him in front of a girl he likes and she laughed at him. Now he's all embarrassed. Listen, okay. Thanks for the translation. Okay, this is what you do. No, you don't act like you embarrassed. That was rule number one. You say like, hey, you know what? I just did that to get your attention. Man, you gotta use that part of your game, man. You can't just like you can't be embarrassed. You just gotta be like, all right, you know, it happened. You know, it ain't no big deal. Once you blow it off, it's good. Don't worry, it dies off. And every now and then it might pop up. You laugh with it, like, oh man, that was funny. But the minute you like, I'm sorry, you start acting all skittish, man. Listen, they be thinking you a lame. Don't do that. That's so funny though. You better hope they had no ring camera. Oh, that would be terrible. You gonna be you gonna be on TikTok. Oh man, oh man. Listen, boy, oh boy. Funniest home videos. Somebody about to win some money. Geeky's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, show Geeky some love in the chicky chat. Guess who's back? Back again, Geeky. We are live streaming Mario Kart World Wednesday at 5 p.m. Hope you can make it. All right, Geeky is on the board. Listen, hey, why Gorilla Tactics gonna say boo? That's so funny. So listen, so high, you got this, man. Don't act like you know what I'm saying. This is a part of the scheme. Even laugh at it yourself. What you know? One thing I always tell the kids in my classroom, like, listen, learn to laugh at yourself. The minute you can do that, you could begin to let the things you think other people are thinking about you, you can let them go. Because if you laughing at it, man, who cares? See, that's so lame. My avatar shows up in the stream chat, but not on the screen, and still boos Gigi. Oh. Oh man, don't be bored geeky like that. All right, good people. Listen, let's get back to the story here. We still about to stop killing game petition, tops 1.2 million. Um, so these publishers believe that unsurprisingly, publishers are starting to push back against this movement. A letter by industry's European advocacy group, Video Games Europe, laid out its argument for why the demand of the movement are incapable with its business model. Man, listen, no, I do not want to hear that. Saying that it will have a chilling effect on game design and act as a disincentive to make such games available in Europe. Listen, they say that now. Listen, no one's buying that. No one is buying that. Games will continue to be made in Europe. Don't be trying to scare nobody. These are scare tactics. So while it's understandable that game makers don't want to perpetually support supporting games, they should be a way to make it work if players source their own servers. Not even that, man. This, you know what? This make games that are able to be played years later. Like, GoldenEye. You know what? If you count, if you kill the servers on GoldenEye, you can still play GoldenEye at home with your family and friends. This gives those options. I mean, I'm not supporting any more, you know what, any more online games. Nope, not doing it. Online only games, Fortnite to get it maybe, but you know what? Once again, I'm not buying nothing. It's free to play. But we're talking about games that I didn't pay my money for. I didn't give you a good $70, and all of a sudden you're gonna say, "Well, I'm done." No, no, you don't get that, buddy. No, 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 no. Run that back. That's all I got to say. He says, "What?" He says, "Well, my avatar is posted in Discord group. Oh, that means next week we'll be fresh on the scene." Let's hold on. Let's see. Let's see if we can pop that up real quick. Discord. Oh, he found it. Check out. Listen, can I blow this up? Look at Guerrilla Tactics. Oh man, listen, that is so crazy dope. That is great. Oh, Drake with the pirate. Listen, that is dope. So listen, where my sound effects at? Let's hold on. Don't hear any other sound effects besides the clap. All right, the clap it is. Guerrilla Tactics in the building, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the goat. The stuff Gorilla Tactic puts on here is crazy. Geeky, he got some shoes on here for you. I can see Geeky rocking those Crocs. Like what? Croc launches first ever collaboration with Animal Crossing. Available August 26th. Geeky, put your pre-order in. Ooh, this is shout out to Steve M. He putting it. He says Trump has announced a new 25% tariff in all Japanese imports to the U.S. starting August 1st. Physical Switch games are imported from Japan. They are. If the tariffs were to stick, Nintendo games will increase 25% more expensive in the U.S. Oh, buddy. You know what? It is time to get a 1 terabyte. It is time, man. Listen, and I hate that they're forcing this issue, but man, I just cannot. There's no way. Considering Vietnam got a deal where we pay 20% minus 40%, I doubt Japan will get much better than 25%. You are right, Steve M. Don't tell Gaby Dad he doesn't eat McDonald's. Facts. It says crazy price, but I probably get one. What are you talking about? All them snack wraps. Oh, you know what? When I used to eat McDonald's, them used to be all right. Hey man, if you get a chance, man, check out my latest video, man. I did. This is a pretty good. This is another Adobe grip for the Nintendo Switch 2, and this one right here, this was pretty good. I rated it like a 4 out of 5. Definitely, I think it's legit for the price, especially with 19.99. So check it out. I got a link in the description. Speed Ryan, what's going on, man? Gaming Dad, how is it going? Man, it is going slow and smooth. All right. Let me bob out of Discord. Pop back over here to the new. Listen, I can't even say your name, so I gotta give you one. Let's see. George, I'm calling you because your last name Jetson. The last part says Jetson, so I'm gonna call you George Jetson. It says Xbox is for poor people who can't afford 4Ks. That's not funny. But it is kind of funny. Man, welcome to the stream, man. Listen, let me get you on the board real quick. We got our free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night, man. By you chiming in your comment tonight, you adjust it into yourself on the board. Uh-oh. All right, I got it on there one go. Let's see. Go back to the chat. Jay Big says, I had a Big Mac today. It was so good. I do wish the Arch Deluxe or the McDLT. Was it DLT or B? I think it's McBL. It's a McBLT, right? Will come back. You listen, JB, you going old school when they had the two sides. When that bad boy came with a whole plate, yeah, one side the cold side, one side the hot side. So you got to put your sandwich together yourself. Those were good times when I ate McDonald's, but I don't mess with that fake food. No fake food. No fake food. No. The hater. GT says, I'm about to be one of those poor people who can't afford gays. The price is raised from $100. Right. Geeky says, watch your podcast interview with Gaming Dad. It was really good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was too. You know what? It wasn't too long. It was kind of like, right to the point. And um, you'd be surprised. That's why I always try to tell my kids, even my own kids, be mindful of how you treat other people and the things you say, and because you just never know who's watching you, who's inspiring you. You know what? To hear like this other grown man, saying like, "Hey, man, your channel and the things you were doing inspired me." It was like, you know what? It's humbling. It's like, you know what? But it's also uplifting to know that, hey, I'm doing some things right somewhere on this earth for someone else that's completely across the country thought the things that I was doing was great. So shout out to, matter of fact, if you get a chance, man, go check out Dr. Blue Duck. I did an interview on his channel. He's kind of a I wouldn't call him a Christian YouTuber, but he believes in Christ, and he serves, and he does interviews with other gaming dads. That's what he's doing now. He's doing other stuff with other gaming dads. It's Doctor, the full word spelled out, Blue Duck. And if you're on my Discord, I've posted that video. Get a chance, go check it out, man. I thought it was pretty good. Thanks, Geeky and GT. I got your message earlier too. Thanks. J Big says, technically, Xbox has the most expensive model of the three. Yes, they do. Man, listen, I'm in a dilemma, man, because you know what? Just might cancel my Game Pass, because I'm not really playing no games on it. I'm playing games on Steam Deck, and I'm playing games on Switch. Even though I still want to, I still want to finish Indiana Jones. I'm thinking about it though. I ain't gonna lie. He said, remember when McDonald's used to have pizza? Nah, I think that was a Canada thing. I don't never remember. You had too many pizza joints over here. That would have not have fly. They were like, what, man? I'm going out here and give me some Pizza Hut, some Little Caesars. Says McDLT, this is my favorite all-time sandwiches of all time. All of it. I said that wrong. CMG says, I'm not happy about this at all. Why is Trump doing this to Japanese? Uh, uh, they're one of our allies. I don't listen, man. I have chosen to say, you know what, man? I love the Lord. At the end of the day, you know what? This ain't the first time we've been in some craziness. Um, it won't be the last. Trust and believe who you serve, and leave the consequences to him. That's my best response to that one. Not to get political. J Big says Trump wants Russia and North Korea to be our allies instead. He does. Okay, well, can't argue that one. It says Bassett is about to inspire a bunch of people to start vaping once he blows up. Then we must cancel him. COG says I haven't had a Mickey D's in a long time. I do love their fries. I did love their fries. I used to get their fries and go give some sweet and sour sauce. Ooh, that used to be like a combination for the ages. But no, 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 no. Once I seen how them bad boys is made, not gonna be able to do it. Number one, Chief Rocker. Shout out to old school hip hop. All right. CMG says, but I have Popeyes a month ago. Oh, that's another one, but I haven't had it so long. I haven't had Popeyes, man, probably in about a year and a half. That Popeyes chicken sandwich was busting until I saw some evidence. I was like, oh, I can't eat that no more. And then I started doing my research on Chick-fil-A. I was like, oh, I can't eat that no more. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I've had Chick-fil-A this year though. I ain't gonna front. Cause they fries and that Paulista sauce be busting. God almighty. And then that barbecue sandwich was I was hungry on the road. But I haven't had Chick-fil-A though in about 4 months. I probably had it maybe twice this year. Listen, J Big says that, and that is from someone who, if all events happened in November, would have voted for him. Nah, he made those Haitians eating cats their cats thing. Nope. I get what you're saying though. CMG says, I still have 3 months of free game pass for the Legion Go. I still use it. I still haven't used it yet. I'm seeing what I'm saying. JB said McDonald's did have pizza for a bit and might okay, it did have Mighty Wings. I do remember Mighty Wings. I do not remember the pizza, man. When did they have pizza? What year was this? The hater said I'm not a subscription service person. I prefer to buy the game outright, only because the game can be removed from the service at any point. And that's listen, and I go back and I think about it, like how many Xbox games have I bought? Okay, my rationale for quitting is your rationale right now. It's like, man, I like Game Pass because you know what, it just is it's a nice service to have. But man, I'm not buy. I haven't bought a game off Game Pass. I don't know how long. Can't even tell you last time. I mean, I like it. It's some games on there I like to go back, but man, it's like, oh, I just don't know. What's on my track 3? Get you on the board. CMG says, I make sure I burn it off by working out, which I will be doing tomorrow at Planet Fitness. J Big says, I like the Chick-fil-A chicken better than Popeyes. I did too. I had Chick-fil-A last week. J Big, boy. Bond track in the building. Early 90s with the pizza. Okay. Oh yeah, listen. I also like Chipotle as well. I do like Chipotle. I just don't. Matter of fact, I got a $15 gift card to Chipotle I need to use, but he said, Quay says, clear is obscure expedition 33 game of the year, no questions. See, it's like a game like, man, ooh, I really, really hope that says like, ooh, switch two. All right. J Big said, I will admit it. J Big said, I had Chipotle last week too. Yeah, I do eat way too much junk food. Yeah, J Big, you out there. You like, shh. Man, that's about $30 or $40 right there. Cat almighty. 1 week. CMG says it's healthy as well. Yeah, Chipotle is pretty good. I've had it a couple times, but listen, I had it for the first time ever in my life this year. I tell you something. I was like, man, I don't know. I'm not eating Chipotle until I had it one time. I said, oh, that was really good. All right. So, stop killing games petition. Please support it. We need to hold these. We need to hold these truths to be self-evident. Sure. Save story. Let's go in. Let's get it. Uh, hey, we were just talking about this earlier. We got Prime Day starting when? I think Prime Day starts next week. But I'm telling you, man, it's time to get a 1 terabyte card. I got a 512, man, and with the 512, my storage is like creeping. A matter of fact, I know by time 2K gets here, it's gonna be full, and I'm gonna have to be figuring out what game to delete off of it. But it is what it is. I wouldn't even, to me, like if I was advising somebody to get it that was getting a Switch 2, I wouldn't even have them look. Let me put the screen up real quick. Mm, 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 mm. RMAT. Oh, there we go. Um, Shout out to Miss K. She just dropped a new video. Just popped up on my feed. Um, Lexar Play Pro micro SD card. I wouldn't even advise them. Don't even look at the 256. You got to start with 512. If you just don't have the money, if you gotta get one 512, but 512 wasn't this what kills me. I did not pay $170 for my 512, and I have a 512 Lexar. It was not that expensive. It was like $89, but now that bad boy didn't jump to 107. Crazy, but I'm gonna have to break down and get one because I gotta get a terabyte because it's too many. Let's see if it's even in stock. Let's hop it on here. Let's hit the Amazon. See what is it in stock. It looks like currently unavailable. Unless you buy it bootleg. Let's see if it's 2-pack. No, we don't want that. We need the Express. I don't even know what is it come from. We need the one with the Pro. But see, you said they try to get you. Let's see. Micro Express SD card 1 terabyte. Let's see what we got. No. 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 And listen, 512 out of stock. Like you might have to go. You just might have to go a different route. Let's look at GameStop. Let's see. Let's pop up out of here. Let's go here. GameStop.com. Uh-oh. All right, GameStop. Let's go Micro Express SD card. All right, so if you're a pro member, so Spawn. I think I was watching Spawnwave. Spawnwave said after they did the research that Lexar is making these cards for GameStop. And so it don't say they're out of stock. So if you need a 1 terabyte, you can get it for $180 if you're a pro member at GameStop. They got the same speeds, 800. I don't know what the download speed is. I know it's 8. It don't say the other speed, so I don't know if it's 800, 600. Speeds up to 800. So if you need one, that's where you go. GameStop. God almighty. I think I just might have to do it. I think I got some points too. So I'm gonna figure that out. Prime starts tomorrow. Okay. So hopefully they held some back strictly for Prime. So if Prime starts tomorrow, that means it very well must start tonight at midnight, right? You would think so. So if Prime starts if it starts tonight, then I'm gonna try to see if I can get one off Amazon. If not, I might have to hop over to the GameStop, see if they got one in store. All right, let me go back to the chat. Don't forget, people listen. If you get a chance, man, hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate you and all that you do. All right, let's see. Quay311 says, I played Expedition 33 on Game Pass first, then picked it up on PS5. Pure excellence. Square Enix openly admitted that the next Final Fantasy is going to be turn-based, giving the success of Expedition 33. Now, let me ask you a question, Quake. Would you say that Expedition 33 was good because it was turn based, or because how they did their turn based? Quake says, I ain't even an RPG guy. Truth, God almighty. Because, see, I'm not an RPG guy at all. Unless it's action. See, I'm with you, Dion. Listen, I have a 512, but man, I'm gonna need that. I'm going to absolutely need this 1 terabyte because once once I get, because I'm already, man, I've already used up. I think I got about maybe like 80 gigs left on my 512, and then I have, excuse me, the space on my hard drive. So it's been downloaded all my games to my SD card. So I know for sure, like I might be able to get Madden on there, but by the time 2K's girl around here, it's gonna be close. You know, And I'm gonna need some space. I'm gonna need some space. Grilla Tech says, have you tried storing games on an external hard drive and seeing if the Switch can read it dot? Ooh. That means I would have to get an SSD that was fast enough. So yeah, I might try that. And I have an SSD that I'm not using right now. I might try that, man. That would be phenomenal. If that's the case, yeah, then you would have really I can download all my games and have that access without even. And the only time I would get to play it though would be in dot mode. I might try that. That's a great experiment. Quay says I need a 512, but I can't wait for the prices to go down. She said, but you can't. But I can wait for the price to go down. See, I want to. Listen. Before I looked up, I held tight to my 512 for a long time until like maybe third or fourth year of the Switch, and I was like, all right, I was finally able to upgrade and got the pricing that I wanted. Because right now, I mean, 180, man, for a little teeny bitty itty bitty card is like so hard to swallow. It's like, ugh. It's almost want me to say, oh, let me look what I got downloaded. What stuff do I really need some of these games downloaded? Quay says GT Blue Jays looking good this year. And so is those Detroit Tigers, buddy. Them Detroit Tigers. Man, all the Detroit sports is doing, a halfway decent. We just we need a chip to come to Detroit. I don't know what happened to the Red Wings. They kind of just fell off towards the end. But you know what? I think everybody's doing decently. J Pig said, screw the Blue Jays. CMG said, I'm looking at GameStop as well. Which that own SD card 512 can get back in stock at Walmart. Yeah. Sounds like an upset Yankees fan to me. Go Yankees. We're going to get those darn Blue Jays back. Taking that division right back. J Big says, oh yeah, Switch 2 should have been able to use SSDs. I need that Yankees to get 50 wins before I think I'm about to pass the Blue Jays. What's going on? Oh, he's talking to Dion. Cray 311 says the parry and dodge combat in Expedition 33 is great. Captivating story. But art direction in gaming for several years, especially from a double A studio. Oh, that's huge, man. That is huge. God almighty. You gonna make me load it up on Game Pass before I get. Listen, shout out to my son who finally stepped himself into the ring. Listen, the bad part about it is like I'm streaming here. My son's room is like right there. It's right there. You think that Joker he should be on every show. No. But I'm glad he showed up tonight. Joseph. I named my son after Joseph in the Bible because Joseph stayed committed to God no matter what the situation he was in. The Blue Jays will be watched if they make the playoffs. Jay Big says, I waited to 2023 to get a 1 terabyte Lexar card for my Switch 1 when they was on prime sale. It was $69. Boy, did you win. You won. OWN has the cheapest prices right now. Yeah, they sure do. I forgot how much. I think OWN, you can get that bad boy for like 60. You can get a 512 for like maybe 60 or $70. But I need a terabyte. I need that in my life. So the Red Wings picked up Gibson, a great goaltender from Anaheim. They should push them back into the playoffs contention. Well, you let the Red Wings make the playoffs again. If the Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Tigers all make the playoff this year, whew, make you want to move back to the city. Honestly, though, I'll be fine with him cultivating every eShop card. Geeky. Geeky has won a couple times this year already. That's so funny. Oh man. Listen, what's gonna happen when I meet Gorilla Tactics? He's like this like super duper buff cop with like no neck and a small head. And he thought, hey, what's up, give me that. Because it's kind of funny, from my end, you can only have these perceptions about who you guys are. Like, hey, I know Geeky. I've seen Geeky. I've seen Guerrilla Tactics, live on stream. I've seen Quig 311, but I haven't seen everybody yet. So I only had these perceptions of who you may be. I think Steve M. Is like he wears a cheese hat everywhere he goes. I'm telling you, Geeky, that's how I go big. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm an officer of the law. Go have all these muscles. Go like, yeah, I'm officer. I'm also good at tactics. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so let's get back. Um, let me get back to the Willy Wheel. All right, don't forget, good people. If you have not seen this video that I posted today, go check it out, man. Just for a hot second, you know what? If you can hit the like button for me, maybe every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. All right, get off of Discord. The wheel, we had 33 people. Don't forget, listen, if you're watching now, if you have a Twitch account, I'm Gaming Dad 1906. You can hop over to Twitch, add a comment on Twitch. It'll pop up here on stream, and I'll add your Twitch account as your second entry. But if you're really, really saying, man, listen, let me support Gaming Dad. Oh man, this is a great way to support the channel, man, by becoming a subscriber. $1.99 will give you an access to the Game Boy tier. It will give you an extra slot on the board every weekly night. I would love for you to be a part of this community. Man. Get the chance, man. If that's something on your heart, don't be. I don't want you to be like, oh my god, don't force yourself to do it. But if you feel like, hey man, I got an extra $2, it ain't gonna hurt me to not get the fries this week. I'm gonna support Gaming Dad, man. If you're looking at if you're on YouTube, man, right there, that should be like the bottom right corner, man. Become a subscriber, man. Love to have you, and not subscriber, but a member of the channel. All right, let's. Where are we at? Where is the news at? Oh, there we go. Woo. All right, so let's see. Okay, so Adorama, which is a camera store, supposedly should have it for 219. Let's see if they got it. On back order. Look at that. If you look at the top right corner, it says it's on back order. Yikes. Sandisk. No, don't even look. Don't even. If you bought a 128 gigabyte, you should go punch yourself 5 times in the face. All right, so let's see what they got. 512, $65 at Walmart. $65. Let's see if they got any in stock. Boom. Let's hit Walmart. All right, $65 out of stock. Dang. Let's see. Let's go. 1 terabyte Micro Express SD card. What? Hold on, man. Y'all see this? You listen. Look at this 1 terabyte Lexar. Look how much they trying to get for that. $449. Come on, dog. Y'all see this? Y'all see this over here? Oh, y'all see this? Look at this price. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. As a matter of fact, they say it went down from $479 to get 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 yourself up out of here. All right, well listen. All right, enough of that. All right, don't know about that guy. Okay, no, 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 no. Don't even know what that is. I just know it's not in America. This is Europe. Like, all right, that's it. Yikes, man. You see, man, this would be killing me. I'm not doing nothing. It just popping out on its own. So that means I need a new cord. And I got one. I got plenty of them around here. I just gotta find it. All right. All the Xbox games canceled and studio closed in Microsoft's latest mass layoffs. What is Xbox doing, man? See, my issue is that you're closing all these studios, but you just provided an $80 billion investment into AI. I believe the board members at Microsoft, and this is gonna doom them. This is the decision. Y'all mark my words. This is the decision that's gonna come back to really really bite them because it's gonna be on the same pathway as Sony when they decided to go all games as a service. It's gonna backfire on them because people buy games for their unique experiences, and so I don't believe AI is going to be able to captivate audience in a manner that is going to be like, oh my goodness, I gotta have this game. They're gonna be few far in between. It's not gonna be like they're not gonna get banger after banger because eventually people are going to revolt against AI. I'm telling you, like yeah, people are using it right now as a form of something that's like an assistant. But as for pure entertainment, authenticity, is people are going to revolt. People are going to revolt eventually and say, you know what, man, I'm not supporting that. Oh, let me go back. Let me go back. Quest says, how much was the 256? My bad. I think I went past it real quick. Okay. I know the 512 was $65, so I think the the 256 had to be at least half of that. It's relatively cheap. I would say that. Hold on, let me go back. Geeky. Oh, listen, a crackish. I missed a bunch of my stuff. Let me go back. Let me get back to the. I'm gonna come back to the story in a hot second. Let me go back to the chat because I missed so many. Uh, is it those eShots card would definitely help those Switch 2 games. Cracky Shell 5 says, hello, Gaming Dad. What's going on, sir? I'm so glad I came back and looked. Let me get you on the board. I will say, listen, this past weekend, I went to go see that new Jurassic Park movie. It was pretty good. I mean, how can I say it? It was good, but not. it wasn't the same old movie. This one here was like a little bit more suspenseful, a little bit more scarier. I will say that it was a little bit more scarier than it wasn't scary, but it was still like more suspenseful than any other movie they've ever produced. It was good. Could you could you have waited to go see it? it if you really like Jurassic Park, I think going to the movies you enjoy it. I saw it in 3D. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I don't know if I said that before. I seen Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts, it was decent. You know what? If you haven't seen it, man, just wait till it come out on Disney or something. You ain't missing nothing. I am going to see Superman though. Superman, I think Superman is this week. I'm going to see Superman. All right, got Cracking Shell 5. Let me go ahead and get his comment out of the way. Geeky says Farm Together comes out on Switch Friday. Nay. Greta, nah, I'm just a normal guy, lean music, no major muscle mass. To stand out anything, my job is to blend in. Oh, so you was probably over here when they be having a riot, you be like acting like you're a rioter, and they be like, oh, oh. And you rest the guy that was or are you the guy who be making the phone calls and they be setting up these pedophiles and then they think they talking to a little girl, but they really talking to you, and then you go and arrest them. Listen, super dope work though. That would be super dope work. Lean muscle. Just more reps, less weight is how you do it. Yeah, listen, I do. I am starting to get leaner. I've lost like 15 pounds. I've lost 15 pounds in the last 2 weeks from just working out and fasting. Super good. So I'm super happy with my. I want to lose about. I'm like 212 now. I want to get down to like 200. That's a good weight for me. So the way too expensive. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Uh, is it you're really trusting your save data to Walmart brand micro SD cards though? Yeah, but you know what? I watched Spawnway. He did some background research on some of these companies. Like I think he looked at GameStop's cards and he looked at Walmart's cards, and come to find out that the Walmart cars are just rebranded Lexar cars. Walmart think they slick. They're firing these people because a dusty road once says a computer took your job, baby. Shout out to Dusty Rose, man. Listen, that whole wrestling was at its finest, man. Man, good old Dusty Rose. A computer took your job, baby. I'm fine with AI games if the price is cheaper. Nah, man, I'm not. I mean, listen, I'm not. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Doom Dark Ages, as far as being a letdown, ooh, the soundtrack especially, a huge downgrade from work Mick Gordon did on the previous Doom titles. Dang, that's saying something, man. $15 to be fired and just plain wrong. I mean, 15,000. Okay, 15,000 to be fired is just plain wrong. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people, man. A lot of people's families. The effect is like tremendous, man. It's not like humans over at EA, Ubisoft, Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda have been pushing out bangers. Ooh, you're right. Listen. You the video game market, I think as a whole, have gotten lazy, except Nintendo. Listen, they still produce games, man, that I want to play, and I'm interested in playing. Um, Expedition 3033 the sounds more appealing to me because I like games with good stories. Love a game with a good story. That's why, like, I was a big fan of the Last of Us because the story was so good. I wasn't even a big fan of the gameplay. It was that the story was so good. It was like until they got to two, man, and then they just lost their minds. Still good stories though. Mario Movie 2 and Zelda are the only things bringing me back to the big screen. Too much junk to stream. Yeah, but I like the movie experience, man. I don't know I know they have them in Texas, but Studio Movie Grill, or if you can find your movie theater that offers that kind of experience, that kind of like allows you to order dinner and eat at the same time, have really nice comfortable chairs. I love those kind of spots, and the ones we have Studio Movie Grill, and so that's our spot. Like we're going, like I'm going to see Superman. I'm going to see that Studio Movie Grill, so I can have me my usual my bacon cheeseburger. Even though I know I shouldn't be eating it, but when I go to the show, I have my bacon cheeseburger, and I'll have me some French fries, and I'll have me some funnel cake fries. All stuff I know I shouldn't be eating. So when I come home, I gotta have me some apple cider vinegar uh, to kind of help break some of this stuff down that's not real. Because I know some of that stuff ain't real, but it's so good, so good. But I love the experience. So when we go to when I go to the movies now, it's got to be that top tier experience. That's about it. I went to go see Jurassic Park because my wife that's my wife loves Jurassic Park. That's her jam. So uh, had to do that. J Big says my birthday is next Monday. What's next Monday? The 14th. That's right. Big week next week at Donkey Kong. My son's birthday is on the 17th. My dad's birthday is on the 19th. Yeah, you're right. So I am 250. 25. 25, man. Good times in my life, boy. Woo, 25. Man. Good times, boy. I was still on a college campus at 25. Danger. Get on the floor. It said, the hater, Greta Tactic says, I've seen images and videos that no human should see. Not to get too dark. It's things that require therapy, though. Oh, man, I can't. Listen. I bet you some of the stuff you've probably witnessed, man, make Law and Order look like um, Build a Bear. Just the level. People are crazy, man. He said your movie theaters are crazy in the U.S. I go to the movies, and or when I did, I used to just sneak in the back, sneak in a pack of Skittles and something. You're out here eating ribs and burgers. It's nice, man. I ain't gonna front. I can't even say, nah. I dig it. I dig it. All right, let's see. Let's get back to this Xbox story. It's hopefully that my watch this wheel be stupid again. All right, let's see. All right, it's not stupid. All right, Miss Caitlin dropped another video. I ain't mad at you, Miss K. I ain't mad at you. Said Microsoft announced mass layoffs on July 2nd, impacting many areas of the company's sprawling business, including Xbox. Overall, Microsoft is said to be cutting 4% of the staff, affecting about 9,000 people. Microsoft is an enormous company that employs more than 200,000 people globally. God, man, I would hate to be the person that have to make the decision to say, you know what, you're fired. You're fired. No, listen, I couldn't be that person. Like I couldn't work in HR. There's no, it couldn't be me. I can see him. Dave, you're gonna have to tell them. No, I'm not telling them jokers that if they can mess around and come back and get me. K1 in the building. What's going on, man? Say, how's it going? Gaming Dad, man. It is fabulous because you're here now, my brother. Let me get you on the board. K1. All right, got you on the board, sir. Back to the story. We're talking about Xbox. He said the success of Xbox today is the result of tough decisions made previously, Spencer said. Yeah, man, listen. Would I say that you guys are successful today? I just say, you know what? As much as there are big news points when these big companies acquire these IEP companies and they swallow them whole, right? But then they don't do nothing with the IEPs, and then they pretty much in essence ruins the brand. So none of these companies have proven to be successful except Nintendo. Now, of course, Activision is going to be successful because you know what, Call of Duty's like it. That was a good pickup. But some of these other games, you know what, that we was probably, I think this going to happen, it's going to come out. We're going we're going to miss out, man. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Gritter Tactics. He said, Twitch entry, boo Iggy. Let me get my brother on the board. Don't forget, good people, listen, we are broadcasting live on Twitch at Gaming Dad 1906. Feel free to jump on in there with a comment on Twitch. It will pop up here. I'll put your Twitch login information right here on screen. Get yourself another entry on the board. Not Gorilla. Tactics. Gotcha. Peep the avatar. Oh, you switched up on it, huh? Hold on. Let's pull the avatar up. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see how I move this. Who is that? Is that Kiki? Do you love me? Boo, Kiki. Oh man, that's funny. It's on Discord too. Hold on, let's pop the Discord real quick. Oh man, nah, man, go back to the pirate, man. The pirate was dope. The pirate was dope. Listen, this is the one right here. Listen, look at this geek. I don't know if you see this. Or look at this here. Oh, look at that geeky. Look at that. That is hilarious. Bassett says GT may be the vape be with you. Hey, Brazit YT said GT may the vape be with you. Hey Shoni, what's going on with you? How you doing? Let me get Shoni on board. Shoni, it's been a minute, been a couple of weeks since you've been up in here. I think I'm spelling it wrong. All right, got you. Got Shoni on the board. 37 people on the board tonight. Grid Detective. Boy, that is funny. All right. So these are the companies that was affected by the layout. You got Raven Software. This is an esteemed Call of Duty development studio is said to have been affected by the cuts. The studio co-developed 2024's Black Ops 6 and returns to co-develop 2025's Black Ops 7. Raven is also known for his work on Call of Duty Warzone. Golly. Whew. Turn 10. This to me was like, whoa. How do you back away from that? Good people, don't forget, man, hit the like button. Turn 10 Studios, man. Forza Motorsports developer Turn 10 Studios was reported hit significantly by Xbox cuts. A report said nearly 50% of the staff was let go. God almighty, man. That is Rare and Everwild. British developer Rare was affected by the layoffs too, with the studio upcoming game Everwild canceled. The game was announced in 2019 and had been in development for reportedly 10 years before the decision came down. Anonymous developer speaking to VGC said that Rare couldn't find the right direction for this project, and even after it was rebooted. Yikes. K1 says, when are gaming budgets going to become smaller? It seems games now have to get not to sell 15 million copies just to avoid layoffs because they cost 500 million plus. Buddy, listen, that's why Nintendo keep winning. They keep winning, man. I really want to know how much this Zelda cost. To me, I think Zelda was the most expensive game, but to me, it can't be more than 500 million. Not for Zelda. I mean, they just listen. Listen. They better start back and watch what Nintendo is doing. Watch how Nintendo is bringing their um their development studios closer and together, building a whole nother building so that so the transfer information can be cut down and minimized. I'm telling you, man. You can't tell me Nintendo ain't a good company. Weekly complaint. There is no proper Dr. Mario on the Switch. You are correct. You would think by now they would have something like really good on NSO. Geeky says, I love Dr. Mario as a kid. I'm Grilla says, I'm not sure Nintendo is winning. Come on. We'll see how this generation progresses. So currently, right now, you look if okay, we can't count the Switch 2 because the Switch 2 is just jumping. All right. So for sales of the system, they're gonna be winning because it's gonna be predicted they're gonna price sell between 5 and 6 million. Right. That's a lot. Best in history. No other console's done it. Now you take everything else prior to that. You look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and even if you added the sales from the Wii U, and you add those sales onto the Switch, man, they sold almost 80 million copies of that one game. How many games they got that they sold over 30 million? Come on. It's a lot, man. One company that controls the IP. Listen, man, you can't tell me the Xbox, rest of the company will absolutely love to have those kind of numbers, but do not. Besides GTA, I don't know how many other um game or games that sold that many besides GTA. You have Minecraft. Once again, one of the few decisions Microsoft made, I was like, smart decision. Matter of fact, I wanted to was the Minecraft studio. Was they affected during these cuts? Probably not because they probably still make them a ton of money. But Perfect Dark got canceled. Man, that listen, buddy. A game I would definitely highly looking forward to seeing, and they canceled this game here, buddy. Another situation. Quay says, I renewed my NSO and the kids are enjoying Animal Crossing Happy Day Home Design DLC. The N64 library ain't too shabby. Hey man, I've been having an absolute ball with Mario Strikers. I've been that's a listen playing just the computer just by myself. I've been having a ball. The hater says, yeah, yeah, but they're getting a lot of backlash this generation and pricing out of the market. We'll see how the generation progress, as I said. Yeah, so listen, but your original statement says that Nintendo wasn't winning, and and my statement was they are winning. They're right now they're winning. You can't deny it. They're absolutely winning. Now back to what you said a little bit later in the generation. Well, we'll see. But right now that they says casuals might not know the ins and outs of what is going on, but when they look at the price, they'll be voting with their wallets. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? People were voting with their wallets when they paid $500 for an Xbox. And listen, watch this. Matter of fact, listen. Okay, imagine this catch line this Christmas. You can play on Nintendo Switch, Madden, NBA 2K, Call of Duty. You let them three games. You let those three games, and then you add Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart World. Oh, I'm on this Metroid Prime 4. These 7 games this Christmas holiday in handheld mode, on the go. You can't beat this formula. And we ain't even talking about Mario or Zelda yet. Hold on, man. Get listen. Zelda gonna be this year. Kirby Air Ride. And I don't even talk about any other games that could pop up, like a Red Dead 2. Then you still got Cyberpunk, and you still got Street Fighter. Listen, that's a hard. That is hard to walk away from. That's a hard, like, ooh, they had those commercial when they have Call of Duty playing on the Switch and it runs at 60 frames per second and it looks good and it's on the go. You're gonna have people out there saying, "Ooh, they're gonna bet with their wallet," and it's gonna sell, man. The mere fact they're having scarcity of the system right now, it's you wait to Madden, Call of Duty, NBA 2K, come WWE, and they run it and they got a commercial flashing all these games. You're gonna be like, well, damn. We haven't even talked about Animal Crossing yet. They got too. It's too much. We didn't even talk about Smash. We're not talking about any Smash Brothers. They get through the year without talking about Mario, without a Mario game launching. And listen, Lord behold, oh my goodness. Don't let a remake or remaster Mario Galaxy 2 launch on the system this year. People will bet with their wallets. And you know what's gonna happen? That thing gonna be sold out and it's gonna sell out well into next year. I know some analysts are saying that it's gonna be a scarcity of the system all the way into the spring of next year. I go farther now. I'm saying like the summer because they got too many. It's too many games, and we haven't had a direct yet. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, hey, Nintendo has its flaws legitly, but if I gotta I'm gonna look at the pure hype of the system and where that system can go, and the potential and what's not even seen yet. Things we know that have been confirmed. And don't let them mess around and say, you know what, we're gonna put gears on here too. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to say. Oh, you know what? I tell you, I have grown friends, and all they do, I'm telling you, is play Madden and play Call of Duty. If they can get a Call of Duty experience where it's easy to get into, and they can take it on the go, GG no re, you're gonna have a winner. It says, let me go back up, go back to the comments real quick to the chat. This is dang, I missed a bunch of comments. Let me go back. They're sure they're on top of the hill right now, sliding down it. I don't know how you say it. I don't know how you can say sliding down though. And we're looking at today. I don't know if you can say sliding down. Quay says, I pushed through Plunky Squire on the original Switch. It was rough. Ran like a storybook, not the way it was intended. Yeah, I did not pick Plunky Squire up on the Switch because of those issues. But I tell you, on the Steam Deck, that thing is A1. Oh man, listen. But okay, you say push through, but was the game good enough towards the end? But you know they Plunky Squire getting ready to have an update as well. Oh, hold on, my bad. Gorilla Tactics says, and Microsoft basically abandoned the Xbox. They short. Listen, you are absolutely right. They did. They abandoned the Xbox like PlayStation abandoned the Vita. PlayStation plays Xbox games better than Xbox. Listen, if I get enough money for my PS5, I might get a PS5 Pro. But once again, like, but for what though? It's not really a big reason for me to get a PS5 Pro. But I'm thinking about it though. If I get enough money for it, Jay Big says, pricing Switch 2 is still lower in price than the Xbox Series X and PS5 with disc drive. The games are the same $70 as Xbox and PS5. So yeah, they still. I think like when you look at the overall marketing, people expect big things out of a PlayStation because it's a big box. And when they think of Nintendo, man, a lot of people, even some adults, man, think Nintendo, they probably do 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 do. They still think, that whole thought process is in their head. And I tell you, if they see this system and they see those key games being showed on a carousel, on a commercial during football season, listen, y'all ain't hearing me. You wait till these Madden and Nintendo Switch 2 commercials stop popping up during your football games. You wait till these Call of Duty start popping up. And they run it on this Switch too. And they got stuff like stupid stuff like local play without an internet connection. I'm telling you, listen, man, they do some stuff like that, buddy. I'm telling you, buddy. J Big says the $180 game is selling the most. Plus, they are games that come out that comes more than $80. Yeah, because I just paid $100 for Madden. I only paid it if I'm getting early, but that's been like Madden and 2K has been like that before, especially if you buy the additions for it. The Jay, is that bundled or not bundled? I'm just saying. I don't see kids with Switch 2s out in the wild. I see more grown men with Switch 2s at the moment. Correct. I listen. These are facts. You know what? Everybody kid ain't my kid. You right. I've not seen a Switch 2 out in the wild, but it's a difference when you have a $500 system, especially in the beginning. Ain't nobody trying to break it. So yeah, I agree with that. That's a factual statement. Um, and right now, currently, you're gonna have a lot more adults buy Switch 2 than you're gonna have them buy them for their kids. Now, adults that still buy their children Switch 2s are gonna be the ones that's gonna have, like, it's gonna be a house machine. They're gonna like, hey, this don't leave nowhere. It don't go nowhere. It's in the house, and they're gonna treat it just like a home. It's gonna get treated more like a home console than a handheld console. But you know what? The one thing Nintendo is not going to benefit from is people owning more than one system. The system will still sell. People will still buy that one console. It's going to get treated like a PlayStation. You know what? Very few houses have more than one PlayStation in their house. Like I know in this house here, there's two PlayStations. My son has one, and then I have one. And that's it. But when it comes to Switches now, it switches all over this bad boy. Even my wife got one that she don't play. That this thing up there collecting dust. Poor Animal Crossing. But, um, the sales is not going to be. It's not going to match the Switch One. But right now, for these first couple of years, they have too many big hitting IPs that they have access to that we all can sit here now and agree these games are coming. A new Mario, a new Zelda, a Smash Brothers, Animal Crossing. We know it's a new Platoon coming. They already announced it. Just don't know when. We know these games is coming. There's no way around it. And as long as they got those in the pipeline and they got a movie coming out next year, and you get caught, listen, and you got these third parties that gonna be trickling in. And we got studios talking about, listen, hey, anything that runs on your Series S that runs at 60 frames per second will easily run on your Switch too. And about listen, in 2 years, you're gonna have a light. Maybe in a year, you might have a new Switch refresh with a better battery. I hope they do the same thing they did to Switch One. I'll be trading this bad boy in. Like, give me the better battery. Yep. I would do it. Listen, man, that should have been the poll question. If the Switch comes out, if Nintendo comes out with a Switch 2 upgrade that strictly gives you better battery, same price, do you trade your old one in to get it? Absolutely. And I think Nintendo is probably going to wait to see if somebody eventually crack this bad boy open somewhere stupid, and then come out with this new and improved system with a better battery, same price, and watch people go back like me and say, "Oh, upgrade here, GameStop trade in, run that." They had too many things they had. It's for Nintendo to lose. I hate to say it. It is really for Nintendo to lose. Kids make up a huge portion of the Switch One sales. Yes, but not. I think not in the beginning though. I think a lot of those sales that you see came later in the system because these kids don't stay on top of it. It eventually would trickle down to them. Now what? Um, now that Fortnite is in some fashion back on cell phone, Roblox is still big. It's a lot more competition for Nintendo, and so if Nintendo was to hit it big, and if they're gonna let GTA, they need to go ahead and let Roblox come on the Switch. They need to go ahead and let Roblox. Better yet, listen, they need to let that happen because you'll get so many kids migrate to a Switch 2 in a heartbeat. J Big says more adults had Switch 1 than kids. So most of the Nintendo audience was 25 plus. That's hard. I don't know that. Listen, I can't speak to that one because I don't know the data. But I know a lot of adults who had Switches, but I know a ton of kids, especially the Switch Lite. On them bus ride homes, I've seen a ton of kids with Switch Lights, man. Tons. And that's what I'm telling you, that's when Nintendo's gonna really take off. It's gonna be that Switch Lite. Because at the end of the day, yes, kids make up those graphics, but it's the parents that pay the prices for them systems. GT said, I don't know about that. Nintendo was on the go for the kid. At least the ones I saw maybe is different in the US. Kids are not buying Switch 2s. It is their parents that will buy it for them and themselves. That's true. Yeah, I agree with that statement because I mean, even though when I was a kid, I bought my own stuff, but we was built different, and kids would have those kind of options and didn't have to worry about the dangers of going out and working at a young age and not have to worry about somebody trying to rob us like it is now. People crazy. Um, so GT says all I'm saying is without a price cut and what is likely going to be a price hike, I can't wait to be proven right. Those issues are correct. I just don't know how soon that's going to have a trickle down effect to Nintendo. I don't think it comes next year. I don't even think even with a price hike, Nintendo's going to be affected next year because once, like we all know, it's the games that sell the systems. You can have the dopest system in the world with all the power and the graphic compatibility you want. But if you don't have the games, I remember back in the day when you can get a Nintendo for $89, but a 3DO, even though a 3DO had all the arcade hits, but it was $600. Nobody was paying $600, and it had all the hits, like it had arcade bangers, but no one was paying that price as much as they wanted to. Nobody wanted to pay them prices, so that's why I believe like the original Switch is going to continue to sell. It's going to continue to sell. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be one of the things like I do believe the tariff thing is not going to last as long. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you that the tariffs is not going to last as long as 3 years. These tariffs, they're going to I'm telling you, once Trump is out of office, because this is last term, get 3 years. Once he's out and he's able to, and somebody else can be able to negotiate these deals, it's going to be some better terms. We're just going through that dry spell right now. So yes, you make a great point. I just don't know. I can't say that it's gonna be in a direct effect upon Nintendo this year or next year. I do not see it. It's too many games, it's too many other adults who skipped out on the Switch. And now they have a system that not only appeals to them, but also their kids too. I know over here in the States, you're gonna be surprised how many more adults pick up a Switch 2 because of Madden and Call of Duty and 2K. You gonna get them 3 games? They can have that on the go doing work during their lunch break. Cause all my friends, they ain't tech savvy. They just wanted to be able to put that thing in there and have it work. They used to PlayStation. They ain't used to PCs or Steam. That matter of fact, they're not going to dedicate that level of time to figure it out. Cause that was my issue. A couple of my friends, they bought Steam decks and they was like, man, I want to play. I want to play Call of Duty. I can't even play Call of Duty on it. But they get them something that's easy to get into. They can practice or what? Oh, but listen. Quake 311 says Hardware Legacy Switch 2 version is great. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is on. It is, matter of fact, I think it's a little bit better than the Steam Deck version. The 3D modeling, lighting, overall transitions were considerably improved. Here's of the Kingdom 2 seamlessly. Movement between sky and surface, crisper menus. Yep, totally agree. You know what? Uh, I'm just more impressed as like some of these older games and how they play, how quick I get into those games. And you know what? Those experience of the Switch One games has been great. That's why earlier we were saying like, you know what? If you really, if this would have came out and this would have Switch Pro, it'd be it'd have sold so many more units. This right here with an OLED, excuse me, with an OLED screen. Oh, buddy. J Big says, is Switch going to sell 150 million? Maybe not. You mean Switch 2 or Switch 1? Because Switch 1 is already over 150 million. I think it's like 153 million, something like that right now. 152 something. But Switch 2 won't make 150 million. I believe Switch 2 will probably end up being 100, maybe 110, 115. I don't think if it's even at this stage at this price. Listen. I think Gorilla Tactic made a point earlier about what is that price point. But if the games are there, people, I'm telling you, man, parents buy young kids Xboxes. I don't know why, but eventually, you know what? That ringing in the ear of Mario. We went to that movie, man. Let the movie come out, and then they have the game come out right around the movie. A 1-2 punch combo. Sure, maybe if this is good type. Sure, maybe if they drag out the generation a decade, like they did the Switch One. I don't know with AI. I just don't. I don't think they. I don't think they can. I don't think they can last that long. Jesus, just this is Jay Big says that's exactly what they're going to do. I don't think so, man. I don't these times are a little bit different. I think they got a little extra time because of COVID. COVID allowed that generation to stress out because they couldn't really work and develop to produce what needed to be done and produced. So I kind of held them back a lot on a lot of different things. So I think that's gonna be an issue. So I don't think they go as long as they did with the Switch One. I'll give them 6, maybe 7 years before we talk about before Switch 3 rolls around here. I don't think they're gonna get that time because technology is really moving at a rapid pace, and that was before AI. So now you're gonna add AI onto the scene. It's gonna amplify it even faster. So I don't think they get away with that. GT said, just build a PC that can play games at 1080p. You'll be straight. $8,900 rather than buying a Pro. I can't take it with me. The one thing about that Switch, man, that is so appealing is to be able to say, you know what? All right, see y'all later. And I'm out, and I'm still where I'm left off at. I'm still getting it in. Okay, all right. I'm going to bed. I can't take the PC with me. It's one of the issues that I have with Xbox and PlayStation. It's like, you know what? You just free to play games. What other free to play games is on here besides Fortnite or Pokemon? Apex Legends? That's not free to play. I don't even think that them services even up no more. All these Switch One games is free to play. All right. Let's see. K1 says, I am satisfied with Switch 2. I bought Tony Hawk for it and can't wait to play as long As they run good enough, I'm happy. Madden as well and Call of Duty in handheld form. I'm telling you, man, listen, I have too many friends, man, who all want that experience. All want that experience. You know what? Listen, I got friends, man, who love 2K so much, man. They was like, man, I'm just gonna get it on got it on the Switch. Did too much like the 30 frames, but you know what they did? They dealt with it because it was still competitive play. Because at the end of the day, that's what people that play these sports games, they wanted to be competitive. And that's one thing. It's like, all right, I can at least have some competitive games, have some fun. It's on the go. I don't got to dig too serious into it. Great. Now, friends of mine who bought a Steam Deck, they love 2K on the Steam Deck. I love 2K on the Steam Deck because 60 frames per second. Once you play 2K in 60 frames, you can't go back to 30 frames. Can't. That's all I need. 2K, make 2K on the Switch 2, 60 frames per second. If they don't do that, then once again, I'm like, oh, I'm not buying it on Switch. Madden too, but Madden you can play at 30 frames per second and have a good competitive experience. That's all I need. I just need to be competitive. It don't have to be even parity like graphics for graphics. Long if I'm able to throw and see them catch and play, listen, I'm good. Can't wait. Got little bit more than a month. We'll be watching football again. Can't wait to college football start too. Quake 311 says, I played my Switch 2 on the plane this morning. It's definitely Dad's Switch. The kids get the OG Switch and Switch. Like, look, I'm telling you, parents, like this Christmas, you know what? It's the parents who have kids who are really, really about that gaming life. They know what's going on. They'll get a Switch too. But the majority of them kids, man, because they so Fortnite and Roblox centric, they're gonna be absolutely cool with if you got them a Switch, if you get them Mario, they got some form of Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 sell another million this year. Crazy. They're gonna be straight. They're gonna be absolutely. They're gonna be like, oh, this is not a problem. Strictly fine. Not gonna have no issues. But and they still gonna sell. Like Nintendo still going. They still gonna sell. That's why when them sales never come out, and they're gonna find out that hey, they're a lot closer to 160 than they thought before. GG no re. It says GT says depends on when they come. All these games came to Wii U as well. This you can't. This is like two different spectrums. Two way different spectrums. The marketing, no, you can't. To bring Wii U to the conversation is not even a fair conversation because Wii U could have been something really really special. They just messed up the marketing. Also, they made the system look too much like a Wii. And so there was no like clear separation. There's a clear separation at the Switch. At the Switch 2. It's identified on the box. You can't play Mario Kart World nowhere else but on the Switch. You can't play Call of Duty. You can't play Madden. You can't play Cyberpunk. You can't play these games nowhere else. You can't play Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is going to ignite a lot of people with their eyeballs on the Switch. I'm telling you, listen. A matter of fact, on what is it? I did a YouTube short of Donkey Kong on TikTok. It got like 20 some, about maybe 2,200 views, and then took that exact same video, put it on YouTube Shorts. It get like another 1,000 views. I mean, people are paying attention. People are like watching. It's people that's on the fence because of the price. But I tell you, people will go where the games are. People will find a way. Steam Deck was not cheap, but people found ways to buy that thing. They're gonna find ways. They're gonna find ways to buy the Switch 2. I'm telling you, these parents don't. Uh, I will say this here, and some of y'all can probably agree. The parents of today, they are children pleasers. They're not really smart I'm gonna say it, they're not really intelligent enough to say, you know what, this is not a good purchase right now. A lot of them know. They'll say, I'm gonna buy. These the same parents that be buying their little babies, Jordans, knowing they baby in about 5 months is gonna grow out of that pair. They're gonna pay $100 for these little bitty shoes that's like this big. They're gonna buy them for the little baby because they want their baby to like. They want them to have some Jordans. They look stupid, right? These are the same parents though. Them parents have not gone away. They're gonna find some way because they want to be their kids' friends instead of being a parent. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna find some way to get that money together to have. So little Johnny will have him a Nintendo Switch 2 because it's the latest and greatest and hottest toy of the season. I'm telling you, man, they're gonna find a way. That price ain't too far fetched or too out of scope of things because parents were going crazy over the PS5. I worked at launch. People was going crazy for this PS5, paying big money, paying big scalper money. Think about that. People were paying big scalper money. They're gonna find a way to pay $449, $500 for this Switch. It's gonna happen. Also, hold on, say depending on when they come out, all these games came to Wii U well, and they didn't do nothing because Wii U, the marketing was trash. Nintendo, to add more fuel to the fire. Nintendo tried to produce. Nintendo put a system out there that was not um, a huge leap in development. Their biggest thing, and they banked on the gamepad, and they didn't engage the market correctly, and then they had terrible marketing. Jay Big says all those games took a long time to come to Wii U. Not only did it take a long time to come to Wii U, they were games. They were ports of games that was already out on other systems. They just had a look, pretty much like it is now. Just had a little difference to them. But that difference wasn't it wasn't like a big time. You know what? It wasn't like a big time gap. And then to add that to the difference between there and now is that Call of Duty didn't come to Switch at all. They skipped a whole generation of Nintendo. And now to know that this game is coming back in full, Madden didn't come to a whole generation of Nintendo. They skipped a whole generation. They skipped a generation knowing that Nintendo was approaching 100 million consoles sold, and they still decided like, no, we're not bringing this, which was stupid. They could have brought a lesser version. It would have sold. It would have sold. So now these games are coming back full parity with the system. Ooh wee. J Big says, really, who was going to run out and get a Wii U for that Wii U play game? Quay says, I would upgrade for an OLED screen for the Switch 2. Absolutely. Not battery life. Sorry, I would have. Or improve processing. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Improved processing right now to me wouldn't matter. That battery life matters to me. It does. Even though I got some good options that I'm going to be reviewing soon. That will be a welcome addition for a Switch 2. As I see some stuff. But an OLED screen, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Battery life is for me though. I'll take that. J Big says, "Or was it called Wii U Party?" No, I yeah, I think it was Wii U Party. Wii U Party was good though. Nintendo Land was real good. Nintendo Land, I ain't gonna lie, Nintendo Land is fire. It's a Nintendo Land, man, with Like if you can find a Nintendo, a Wii U used and find Nintendo Land, man, it is a good time to be had. I wish somehow that game came back. Somehow, I would definitely be about that. JB said, I didn't think New Super Mario Brothers U. I said I did think New Super Mario Bros. U the only first party game worth it for the whole year. Yeah, you know what? It took them a minute to pick up steam. Once again, NBA 2K was nice. It was nice on there. I like playing that thing in gamepad mode. J Big says the first system I bought for my was we was okay. Hold on. The first system I bought for my was we, and I was 27. Before that, lived at home, and all those systems I bought for me or my younger brother came from my parents. Okay, I got you. I got you. I figured it out now. Quake says, my nephew picked up an OG Switch secondhand this week. I'm so proud of him. What an amazing library of games for him to pick up and to get into. Man, listen, I don't know. Listen, is this like it for y'all? I have been loving going back and playing games I haven't played in a long time just to pick up. Oh man, what is that game? I want to say the wrong name. Oh, I need to look at Wolf. I gotta play Wolfenstein again too. But oh yeah, I gotta play Metro Redux. It's a bunch of games I gotta go back and play because they just run so much better on the Switch too. J Big says since I was the oldest brother by default, any system is mine. Any problem with that? To somebody about was my attitude. Once Switch 2 gets GTA 6, watch them quick. I believe, man, even if Nintendo did not get 6, if they released 5 and then came with 6, once you hear 5, once they hear GTA, they're going to want to play. I remember, man, when GTA the collection, which plays a whole lot better on Switch 2, um, came out, you know, parents was coming in buying it, wanting it right then. They didn't care. I'm sure Switch One passed DS by now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think so too. I think they didn't caught the deal. I think it's probably about 154, 155, easy by now. This from the sales from over in Japan. GT says, you can't take a PS4, PS5 Pro with you either. Facts, facts. That listen, fact. You are absolutely correct. And if you ask me which system do I prefer, it's going to be a switch over the PS5, even though the games play probably tremendously better on the PS5, but I can't take it nowhere. So it makes it a console that I enjoy from time to time. But an everyday game, oh man, it's the Switch too. It's like cameras, right? Hey, all right, this camera right here, Hasselblad, super duper expensive, um, medium format, super big and heavy. I'm not taking this everywhere. This is more of an intentional. It's something that I know I need the highest detail. Then I'm rocking the Hasselblad. But if I'm out and about and just doing some everyday shooting, okay. But then I'm looking at this Ricoh GR3. See, super duper small, 24 megapixels, gets the job done. Boop boop boop. Good pictures. You'll never know the difference if I edit them properly. But this is a better. It's portable. I could put this in my pocket. You never know I got a camera until I pull it out and go boop, and then I'm off to my business. I gotta be really sneaky. Nobody ain't looking at me. I come outside in the public. Everybody, their mama know this guy is taking pictures. Same thing with the Xbox. Even though I did see a video recently on YouTube where this dude and his girl was in the subway and they had a TV in the subway playing Call of Duty, plugged in and everything, getting the work in. I was like, God almighty. It's serious. It ain't that serious. GT says, nah, but if you build a PC that can play the latest games at 1080p, you won't be buying all these PC handhelds trying to get the one that can play the latest games. It's true. Once again, though, that portability, man. Listen, that portability, small form factor. You know what? Even if I got a gaming handheld, a gaming laptop, I still gotta pull that thing out, flip that screen up, and then game. I'm not. No, I don't want that. I want something quick, incognito. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I said it before. I want the Switch 2 Lite to be this form factor. This stretch this screen out to the bezels. That's it. Switch 2 Lite. I want it to be this one right here. Same form factor. Quick, fast, quick gaming. That's what I want in a light. GT says, anyhow, wheel time. It's after 11. It is. It's after 11. I have a gym here. Leg day, baby. Oh, you know what? I got leg day tomorrow, too. It says, what's the separation? What's separation a number? The handhelds look similar. Both have the same name. Both have red boxes. Wii U, Switch 2 are both overpriced consoles with similar names to the previous console. You know they difference. The baby gonna look clean on them Graham and them Jordans. He said the Wii U, oh Lord, I remember how tough those days were. It was tough. It was tough being a Nintendo fan, but it was fun though. Said people were paying big scalper prices for Animal Crossing Switch Ones. Big time, buddy. Big time. Said Geeky should be shamed for paying those scalper prices. 4Track 800, what's going on, man? Happy Monday, Gaming Day. How's it going, man? We in it to win it, my brother. Uh-oh. Let's see how I'm if I can. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see. 4Track. Hey, Megan. 4Track 800. We got Megan. All right, got you on the board. This is J Big. He says that is what I meant. Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land was the truth. Matter of fact, yeah, buddy. Nintendo Land, buddy, is right here. Great game, man. CMG says, I remember the first system I bought was the PS1 when I traded in my N64. Oh, those were good days, man. I drove 3 hours to pick up my PS1. But that game, that Dreamcast, oh, listen. eh, Dreamcast is one of my favorite systems of all time because it was like truly game changing. Like Nintendo 64 was truly game changing. First time Mario in a 3D space, game played phenomenally well. Um, but that Dreamcast with NBA no with NFL 2K, nothing like it, buddy. JB says I was playing GT 3 earlier today. GTA 6 to Switch 2, Lord, it will be a storm of people, literally. Boy, it will be crazy. The gaming dad, are you talking? Are you taking creepy pictures, sir? That's why you need the sneak cameras. No, man, that's so funny. I listen. Two things. Listen, hey, I'm glad you brought that up, my brother. Listen, if you guys get a chance, man, check out, man. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, all them other places. But I just want, if you get a chance, man, subscribe to my other YouTube channel, man. I'm getting ready to start my photography blog because, at first, it's gaming dad. I'm a teacher, but I also DJ and I also do photography. And so, I'll see if I can pull it up real quick. I know wheel time will be in a minute. I'm almost there. Come on. Yeah, switch accounts. Oh man, I ain't doing it on. I don't want to. I'm gonna try to add an account. Yeah, I do. Hook it. We can do it, Dave. Let's see. Okay, hold that works. Did that work? I think. Yeah. Let's see. Boom. All right. Real quick. Where's my wheel? Boom. Yeah, if you get this is photos by Dave Reed. Just a couple of my pictures I took. I took a picture. I took this kid's picture in my classroom. Crazy, right? He's a little boxer. Photos by Dave Reed, man. On YouTube. Let's see what else. This is my son Tyler. This is his prom pictures. Your boy I got a little skill. I will play the sound with it, but I don't want to, I ain't trying to get tagged or flagged. This picture right here was also taken of a kid in my classroom who wanted to get her pictures taken for her party. But yeah, man, if you get a chance, man, listen, photos by Dave Reed. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. Um, follow a brother, man. Help support my endeavors. My passion is photography. I've been taking pictures for a long time, but at the height of the pandemic, I made a decision to make it happen, man. So yeah, your boy got some. I got some skills now. Listen, I ain't no punk. Not with this camera. He said creepy picture. That's funny. CMG said, I got a question. I'm looking for a PC. I need a better one now. Have you guys heard of Cyber Power PCs for custom PCs? And that's a GT question. K1 says, I was able to snag a Switch 2. Going to surprise my nephew with Donkey Kong Bonanza, buying 2 copies. Listen, buddy, you a G. You a G. Listen, my son's birthday is on the same day come out, so of course I picked him up Donkey Kong, and oh dang, he might be listening, but he had Donkey Kong, and I'm getting him a controller. But I got him the system too, so he should be legit. Yeah, it's just me taking pictures at a wedding. Tell you, man, listen, your boy, hey, listen, I'm all right. I I do okay. CMG says I seen on Amazon for a good price and it's from Cyberpunk. Okay. I don't know about buying stuff off. I wouldn't buy a computer off Amazon. You gotta have some form of computer shop. You in New York, man. There's gotta be somebody that will build you one cheaper than that. Replace the PS6 and next generation Xbox with a PC. then keep your Switch, and you'll be fine when it comes to gaming. I tell you. Now, I think that prediction right there, you probably absolutely right. CMG says, "Oh, I'm loving what the Knicks picked up now. Mike Brown and Jordan Clarkson. We're going to be really good next season." So I remember it's in Atlanta. Still have it. Said dope stuff. J Big says great pictures, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. K1 says any tips for photography? I bought my sister a camera, but seems intimidating to learn. It's not. You just gotta depends on the camera though. Sometimes if you buy a camera, you gotta dig into the system. You gotta dig into like the menus and kind of get it set up first. So I would tell you any camera, there's tons of videos. Find that camera on YouTube and find out ways to set it up. Once you get it set it up, your process of getting better with it, it takes off, it turbocharges it. You gotta learn the camera first. Then once you learn the camera, you want to learn the exposure triangle. Tell her to look up exposure triangle. You need to know that to be able to control and take any picture that you want to take. Gotta learn that. But yeah, I'm getting ready to start my video blog on why I started photography and my whole photography process. And I like to do street photography. I do a lot of I like portraits. I like pictures of people. So what this is me taking some pictures of this young kid. He was taking his senior pictures. This kid's playing football, and I forgot for what school. I think Illinois. It's pretty good right now. All right, let me get off of this here. Y'all need to come see that. All right, it says CMG said, "Do you have the link to your second channel?" Well, buddy, listen, don't ask me twice. I put it in the chat. Hold on, real quick. Let's see. YouTube. Hold on one second. I'm boom. All right, share the channel. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Copy the link. Yep. All right, tonight's poll question says, "Is the Switch 2 as good as it was hyped up to be?" 61% says yes. 39% says no. All right, so I think I put it in the chat. I put the link in the chat. I think it should pop up on YouTube. I logged in with my other account. I appreciate you, man. Listen, it's gonna be a dope experience, man. I can't wait. All right, let's get back. Let's see. Where am? All right, listen. It is late. We give people. It's not a whole lot of new news. You've been watching the news all day. We won't be digging back and forth too much into it, but Nintendo Direct. Do I think it's gonna be this week? I don't know, man. It lines up to be a pretty good week. You think they would have a Nintendo Direct, have some more information, another quick little preview of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is next week. They kind of get it wrapped up and hyped up for that. Why they didn't post on YouTube? I don't know. Listen, it's not popping up. My link is not popping up, but You know what? I'll put it in Discord. That's what I'll do. Boom. You would think. Well, this Greta Tactics, man, this picture, man, is so funny. Yeah, so I'll put it in Discord for sure. So if you wouldn't mind, man, go and hook me up. Give me a follow, man. It's Photos by Dave Reed. Yeah, right there. The Photos by Dave Reed. That's what it is. I appreciate you. Let me let's get to the wheel, man. It's late. It's 11:37. We've been on this bad boy a grip. 3 hours running strong. But y'all know how it go. We on the wheel this wonderful evening. I do believe we're gonna. I'm telling you, no, I don't. I don't have that. I don't have that direct feeling. I think it's a good week to have it if they're going to do it. I wouldn't see why they would. But you know, at Nintendo, man, they're different, man. They beat they drum beats to a different drummer. I just tell you. So if it happens, I think we'll find out today or tomorrow. We'll wake up tomorrow. They'll say, "Hey, this was going on." Pay attention to your Nintendo app. I think that's the best way. I think they're gonna go there first and then go everywhere else. Um, but you know, you don't know, man. I hope they do because that's something I would like to have happen this week to kind of get my mind wrapped around what's going to happen the rest of this year, so I can start planning out accordingly. But they need one. I do believe they need one. All right, good people. This is your boy Gaming Dad. Listen, it is wheel time. Um, let's see. What are we gonna do? Get to my. You know, if your name is picked first before the last one, you are out of here. Without any further ado, boys and girls, let's get it in to win it. 39 people on the wheel. Who is our first loser of the night? Ladies and gentlemen, boys, we give up to Steve M.
You lose.
Steve M is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. I wonder why. Let's see. Steve M's off the board. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be. Ooh, that was close. Dub City is out of here. Please exit left. Dub City is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it moving and grooving. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be the hater Guerrilla Tactics.
You are out of here.
All right. Keep it moving and grooving. Who's up next to catch all the flex? It's Bazit 24/7. YT. All right. What did the sheep say, people? What did the sheep say? Grilla. Hey. Uh-oh. See. Oh, I thought it was COG. Grilla Tactics 2. What did the sheep say? Ooh. All right. Grilla Tactics, man. You're going out early twice, man. You still on the board, though. You still on the board. Look like it's going to be Sonic Knuckle Tails. He's out of here. All right. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be, dang, Jay Biggs. New York.
You are out of here.
All right. Who's up next to get it all in tonight? Dion Freeman.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Listen, that was so funny last week. That was so funny last week with oh with Gorilla Tactics was that was so funny. All right, I'm sorry. Let's keep it moving. The group. Who's up next? 31 people left on the board. 31. Our next loser tonight will be Bassett. 24/7.
You lose.
Oh, my bad. Hit 2 buttons. Bassett should be off the board twice. Oh, we keep it on. we'll be like, thanks for playing. Dang, boy, listen. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You lose.
Grid Attack is completely off the board early. 29 people left. Woo! Tormentor 20. Look like it's gonna be you.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. All right. Who else up next to catch the flex? It will be Just Like Candy.
Very good. You know something?
No soup for you.
Come back.
1 year. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Oxford Trapper, man, is off of the board. All right, keep it moving and grooving. Who's up next to catch the flex? Megan, God almighty. Thanks for coming through. Put you out of here. All right. The wheels slimming on down to 25. 25 to go. Who will it be? Ah, your boy.
You lose.
Gaming Dad is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, that's a good thing because I didn't announce who else gonna give it to. Let's keep it moving down to 24. This one's our special winner. You know how we do our special winners on every Monday night. Shout out to our special winner tonight. It's your big homie. It's CMG. But you know what?
Psych.
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
Ladies and gentlemen, CMG is off of the board. No, he's still on. He got one more left. K1. Oh, it could be Shoney. It is Shoney. Have a good night, Shoney. Appreciate you coming through. But exit left. Shoney's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it moving and grooving. Keep it moving and grooving. Shake that groove day. Oh, it's close. Quake 311, my homie.
You lose.
God almighty. Keep it moving, good people. Keep it moving. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be 4-track 800. All right. Who's up next? Who could it be? Montrack 3 is out of here. All right. Who's getting close? Rock Proc. Look, it's gonna be Rock Proc. It is.
You are out of here.
Keep it moving. We're down to 18. This wheel is moving. Rolling down the river. Don't. Hey, son.
You are out of here.
You don't get spared. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, next off the board, Cool Breeze in those Ohio State Buckeyes. Please exit left. Cool Breeze should have been removed. Cracking Shell 5, you are out of here.
You lose.
Hold on a second, good people. Cool Breeze did not get taken off that last one. I got to delete him manually. All right. But Cool Breeze is still on the board, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Who can it be? Newt Cap 7 is out of here. It says knock on the wall and tell him he lost. Don't worry. He'll look at me and say, Dad, did I win? I'm gonna say, no, you did not. All right. Devin, Baltimore. Thanks, man, for coming through. Get you out of here. Let's wrap up that sheep again. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Bad it 24/7.
You are out of here.
And you get the sheep. All right. Captain C in the building. Captain C says, hey, gave me that. When's the next Mario Kart? It said Mario Karty. Where's the next Mario Karty? It is Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time that is over there for you. But 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Wednesday. It's going down. Mario Kart in the building. Let's get it in. Shout out to Captain C in the building. What's going on, my guy? Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be. Let me get somebody up. Oh, Cool Breezy. Take it easy. Keep that wheel spinning for the winning. Who's up next to catch the flex? Oh, my homie. K1 is out of here. Ooh. So high. But bye-bye. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, the big homie CMG. Give him next papers, too. What's out the 8? You know what? I'm not going to say it. Breaking Bad 881. You're done, son. All right. Listen, I'm going to get it down to 4. Before I look at the board. Listen, ooh, look at this. Ricardo. Listen. Oh, wait, I'm not gonna say the name. But somebody on here, they closing in. Dookie 23.
You lose.
Oh my god, we're down to 5. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna be geeky either way. Listen. Shout out to Geeky, boy. I thought she gonna get in here too. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, we're down to our final 4. Supersonic Saved by Grace has made his way up in that bad boy. Moet 4529. I think this is the second week in a row you made the final 4 if I think about it. Old school, new school, a geeky chick in the final round, and newcomer to the channel tonight, George Jetson. I don't know. Listen, you see the name. I'm not saying that whole name. His name is George Jetson because the last name says Jetson. I said George Jetson it is because I like the Jetsons of the cartoon. All right. Captain C said, I will be on a layover Friday through the weekend. If you're hosting, then I'll bring my dock and plug it in the hotel. I am hosting this Wednesday, 5 p.m. So yeah, man, bring your dock, man. Listen, you should look at my video, man. I got a nice video of a nice case you should have. Put everything in there. A nice Switch 2 case, carry all your stuff with you. Geeky sent me a DM. She wants to donate her prize to Captain C. Get her out of here. Get her out of here. Say, I'm all the way out of there. Huh. Geeky, you thought it was going to be you versus you. Nah, you ain't making the final two. Quake says he's Team Gigi. CMG says, and that's what make the Switch 2 so good, Captain C. Listen, so good. It is. Wednesday, man, Mario Kart. He live here on the channel, man. Come on and join us, man. Be a part, man. If you have not got my Switch 2 code, man, get on my Discord, man. Copy my Switch 2 code, man, so you can be able to get in and play with us on Mario Kart. Have a good time. Good times. All right. We got 4 left. We're going to be 2. The time is 11:51, son. Up next off the board, Moet. You out of here. All right. Who's gonna be? Ooh, uh-oh. It's getting close. No soup for you, Geeky. Oh my goodness, she was so close.
Very good. You know something?
Nothing for you. Come back.
1 year. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're down to our final 2. Hey, newcomer. Hey, how do you get your winnings? If you win here on Game Time, you got to be a part of my Discord. I will plug it in the chats because we have a newcomer who just might take the dub. But we'll get old school Supersonic Saved by Grace. I don't know if you won this year. I think you won once this year. But you're back in the final round. Who could it be? Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Cannon, get back on these drums, please. Captain C says, laugh out loud. Thanks, Geeky. Something DW about me. I may be an underpaid flight attendant. Get out of here, you're a flight attendant. Hey, listen, Captain C, I need a discount, brother. I need to be put on your buddy pass, man. Claim me as your kid, man. Oh man, that's so funny. But I can still afford to Switch 2. Listen, hey, nothing wrong with that, young man. Gorilla said I spoke it into existence. Let's go, new guy. Look at that. His colors, yeah. The colors is dope, though, too. I am Nazir Johnson, or as Gookie would call me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Nick Cannon, please get on these drums, please. All right, tonight's winner tonight. Who will it be? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was getting close. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's winner is Supersonic Saved by Grace. Newcomer, man, you came so close, man, so close. Nick Cannon, man, kill the drums, man. Kids, give it up for our winner tonight. Supersonic, you know what to do. All right, good people, listen. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Thank you for another wonderful stream, man. Had a good time talking. Could have talked for another hour or so, man. We was vibing. I will tell you guys, listen, I just want to share this with you. Listen, over these last 3, it's going on 3 weeks, man. I have been fasting. If you know, like I've been down to like 1 meal a day. And a couple, well, one day I went 2 full days fasting, 4 days plus. And it has been extremely good for my health. I am not as tired as I used to be. I have been like having a lot more energy. It's been really, really beneficial to my body, but to my mind and my spirit. And I've been juicing like every day. That's been my go-to. That's how I kind of like, able to survive. The juicing keeps me going, buddy. This is carrot, apple, celery. Maybe some celery in it. I think that's it. And lemon. There's a lemon in it too. Super good. Way to go, Sonic Boy. The Gaming Dad sold this for a discount. He Try to fly Australia. Listen, that's all right. But listen, I want to come to Australia. It's on the bucket list. It's on the list of things to do. I conquered one of them this year. One of mine was to go to San Francisco. I always wanted to see the bridge. I did that. Um, Australia's another one. London's another one. Um, Africa is another one. Hawaii is another one that I'm going to travel there. It's going to happen. All right, good people. Listen, let me get my prayer on for you guys, man. Listen. Let me first of all listen. I try my best not to be long, but you know what? I just wanted this. I'm so happy to be able to pray for y'all. So wherever you at, man, bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, I invite the Holy Spirit into this prayer. I just want to pray and just want to tell you thank you for allowing your spirit to flow through me. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to have this day. I thank you, Lord, for allowing the people on this channel, Lord, to be able to have a great conversation, Lord, have a good time with one another on this time and day on this earth. I pray in the name of Jesus, Lord, that you touch their families, Lord. Some of their families, Lord, they have loved ones who are sick, Lord, who need your healing spirit, your healing touched upon them, Lord. I pray, Lord, by my faith in who you are, Lord, I pray, Lord, that they are healed right now. I pray, Lord, that they have a spirit and a belief that they're going to be healed in the name of Jesus. Well, I just thank you, Lord, for this time. Today was not promised, Lord, but you allowed us, Lord, to be able to wake up today, Lord. There were people, Lord, who walked this earth who did not wake up this morning, but you chose us to wake up this morning. So, Lord, I'm so grateful and thankful for you. I'm so grateful that you are in my life. I'm so grateful I'm able to proclaim your name. Jesus is my Lord and Savior to any person that sees or hears this video. I love you, Lord. And I pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, Lord, your hands be upon those that are here, Lord. My man Jay in New York, my man CMG in New York, my Quay 311 in Las Vegas, big homie Gorilla Tactics over there in Canada, Lord. And everybody, Geeky in Texas, Lord, protect her, Lord. I pray, Lord, that the storms didn't touch her, Lord. I pray, Lord, that her family is protected, Lord, through these times. And I just pray, Lord, for those people in Texas, Lord, the ones who survived the storm, Lord, and the ones who lost loved ones, Lord, in the storm, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless them and comfort them, Lord, right now in this time. I just thank you, Lord. I just wanted to continue to say thank you because things could always be worse, but today was a good day. And I'm so glad that I was able to praise your name today. Bless us, Lord, going forward. Bless us tomorrow. Bless us in our comings and going. Bless us spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Continue to touch us and grow us, Lord, into your will and your way. Let us seek your kingdom first over everything else. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Good people, man. I'm sorry I got into it, man, but I love God. I don't know. I couldn't live this life without it. I remember a time in my life where I did not have God and things got worse, and I was like, didn't know what to do. I was a total mess. But eventually, God did that to pull me closer to His kingdom, and then I got baptized, and then He did so many other things. He utilized me in so many other ways to be a blessing to so many other people that I want to tell everybody, listen, it's not me who helps you, it's God working through me. And I just want to give him the praises I never wanted. I always wanted to give it to him because he is able. He's well deserved of it. He should always be praised in everything that we do. Good people, man. Listen, thank y'all for listening to me this evening. I love y'all, man. Take care. See you on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. We'll get some Mario Kart in for a couple hours. It should be fun. Should be a good time. And I hope to see you guys there. Don't forget, man, if you get a chance, man, listen. Follow me on TikTok at Photos by Dave Reed. Also, Gaming Dad Zero on TikTok. You know what? I posted my YouTube channel. It didn't pop up into my YouTube comments, but if you're on my Discord, I'll put it in the Discord, man. Become a subscriber, man. I'm gonna start doing a blog on that channel. It's gonna be crazy dope, and it's gonna show you a different part of me that you don't see here on gaming. You'll see some stuff that I better share with you my true passion. So thank y'all, man. Bless. Listen, Lord, I forgot to ask and pray, Lord, that you bless Gorilla Tactic's mom, Lord. And as you know, if I didn't say it earlier, I want to say it again, Lord. That let your hands wrap around her, Lord, and give her comfort, Lord, during this time. And bless Gorilla Tactics, Lord, as a dad, and as a girlfriend, and as a son. Continue to bless him and his relationship with his family, Lord. And let him be and continue to make him strong, Lord, in everything that he does, Lord, everything he has to witness. I just pray, Lord, your spirit be upon him, Lord, so he can continue to serve you the best way he can. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, good people. Now I'm done. I'm going to say a couple comments. He says, Jay Big says they want a good night. He said, Australia has some weird wildlife like flying spiders. Forget about flying spiders. Watch out for the Aussie baddies. Yeah. I can't say that. He said they fly too. Yeah, things could always be worse. Could be a Yankees fan. Tragic. They all sorts of fly. Amen, my brother. Amen. That's all I need. A female Steve. Buenos noches. Yeah. Ciao, good people. This your boy Gaming Dad. In the immortal words of Don Cornelius, peace, love, and soul. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and I am Audi 5000G. God bless. Good night.